Hello, everybody. My lights are in the shot. Hang on.
It just started. Then we had technical issues.
I forgot I was filming earlier, and now I don't want these in the shot because it'll distract me.
How hot do you get when you film stuff with those halogen lights everywhere?
It gets pretty warm, but it's actually the more concerning part. Okay, you can see the cords, but whatever. I'll just there we go. The more concerning part is actually the heat from the outside. This wall gets sun most of the day because there's a window here, right? You can see this window is always lit up. There's never a time it's always bright, and so it's like cooking in the middle of the day, and then at night the wall's just hot. So it is always crazy. Yeah, and then I got to film a viewing guide this week, so we'll see how that goes.
Next we see Santa, you're just a Mr. Sandwich. He's a puddle.
That happens way too often. The weather went suddenly. I have to plug my headset in because I forgot to charge it last week because I was so busy last week. All right, there we go. Professionalism. That's what we have here. We don't have professionalism. We have a VPET. So if you guys hear random beeping, it's because I'm trying to raise a shoutmon right now.
This is all you can get this by watching a FletchTuber on stream.
Exactly. I was telling my mom the other day, I was like, yeah, I leave mistakes in videos now just so everybody knows I'm not AI.
Good.
It's just that's where we're at right now. I'm like, hey, you know what? I'm going to leave my errors in just so everybody knows I'm a real person.
No, I'm hearing, you're not AI because you're one of those few media reviewing channels that don't use AI thumbnails. Like God,
yes,
the amount of AI thumbnails I see nowadays drive me bonkers.
It drives me nuts. It's like I get that making thumbnails sucks, but like, come on, it's not that hard. You get an awesome graphic designer to give you a template, and you just go to town.
Yeah, it's just like text. Like, hey, text, fine. I can look away if it's just text, even though it still bugs me. But when it's like that horrendous deep fried thumbnail, like where like everything looks deep fried, my eyes literally burn. It's like, ah.
Yeah.
Anyways, how's everyone in the chat? Master Ben Super Chat. Member 28 months. Favorite Justice Society member toys. Go. Well, there's not that many for them.
I own every Mr. Terrific toy, and the best ones are the Mattel DC Classics and the McFarlane movie one.
It's not even much of a competition, sadly, for him.
It's not. They're all good. It's just those are my favorites.
I like the comic multiverse one, though I do wish the jacket was less snuggy.
Yeah.
Mr. Evers, I saw Mortal Kombat. I like too. I like the movie. I have problems with the movie, but the fights in the movie it's great, better than the first movie. Carl Urban was great as Johnny Cage. That's great to hear.
I'm seeing it next week. I'm looking forward to I think it'll be a good time. It's kind of I've heard that same kind of sentiment for everybody. It's like the fights were good, and I'm like, cool. I mean, as long as it's like it's entertaining. I mean, entertaining's good.
Look, I think I know it's a hot take, but I think it's probably better than the Street Fighter movie.
Yeah, I have I don't know what the Street Fighter movie is trying to be, but
frat boys.
Frat boy parody. I was trying to figure out what was the vibe that trailer gave off, because it was a comedy group that I can't figure out the name of. That the trailer gives me the vibe, but
it gives me it's not my original joke. I took it from Moist Critical, but I like the term broccoli hair tubers, where it's like every douche nozzle that makes all those horrendous prank videos all have the same ugly broccoli haircut, and they have that. And that Street Fighter movie trailer gives that same vibes of those horrendous prank videos to me.
That is kind of the vibe for sure. Veloquent says, I'm kind of curious what more anyone could want from the fighting game movie other than the fights were good. I mean, that's kind of the whole point. No, I think as long as the fights are good and the characters are treated well, I'm pretty much having a good time.
As someone who plays fighting games for the characters and stories,
Yeah.
I like the fight. The fights are good. The fights are good, but I care for more the characters and stories. And when they don't get that right,
Because
it
like
bothers me
I love the
more.
Street Fighter 2 animated movie, but it's not like that has like super character depth, but it gets the characters right. It's like the
Yeah.
personalities match the game, the looks match the game, and the storylines make sense in the game, right? And so it's like, yeah, okay, Blanca's there for like 10 seconds in a cage match cameo, but it's like, yeah, that's still Blanca. I
Have you
think some
ever
of the issues that I have with like some of the adaptations, like what's a good example?
Legend of Chun-Li?
I never saw it, so I can't say that for sure. 90s Street Fighter, right? Like, you take Guile, who's like the most American possible, and he's played by Jean-Claude Van Damme. And instead of Guile being like a heavy, like, martial arts character with a heart of gold, he's kind of like a snarky asshole that does splits. And it's like, that's not
How
the
about
same character.
I actually like I actually don't mind his characterization in the '90s cartoon. Honestly, he's not one to the games,
Yeah, that
but like
one's not bad.
it's more like spec out of a adaptation of guy. God, have you ever seen the Malibu Street Fighter comics?
Yes, unfortunately.
Those are like the worst adaptations.
Yep.
On par with the Brazilian Mega Man comic. If you've never seen
God.
that, look it up.
Yeah. 90s Mortal Kombat movie's pretty solid.
That one I
Yeah.
love. That one is such a nice.
Annihilation, at least it's entertainingly bad, but
I challenge you to Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat Defenders of the Realm's another good example of like
Combat time.
combat time. Yeah, so it's like I think also with Mortal Kombat 2, the bar is really low, so it's not hard to clear the bar. So I'm looking forward to it, though.
I mean, nothing will beat the animated movies. I thought those more common animated movies were really damn good.
I thought they were great. I did not like the Johnny Cage one.
Yeah, I had a feeling it wasn't good because it has Johnny Cage is a character you need to be careful writing because I feel like some writers lean too much of whoa man, I'm the famous actor, and whoa, this is all fake, right? Special effects.
I also hate when he's like the chosen one. Like it's in the face of what the character's supposed to be.
I like Johnny because he's just a dude.
Yeah.
I think I think nothing would beat like Johnny and MK9 for me because I think that's like the perfect balance of his character of like goofy. Yeah,
and then in 10, he was the most important being in the universe
because his daughter was.
Yeah, because I think I really did like the first 3 animated Mortal Kombat movies though.
I said see
Snowblind was great.
Yeah, I want to see that one. I wasn't really interested in the second one because I really did like Scorpion Revenge, but like I really want to watch the one with Kenshi, especially. I really like Kenshi a lot.
I like that one a lot. It's cool too because it's a time skip and he's like the hero. Like everybody else is dead and it's just Kenshi. He's trying to make things work. So
it's like is Kenshi in is it it's a Lai Ku Yang Sub-Zero in that, right?
I think so. Yeah. It's pretty cool. Let's see. Horror themed werehog. I would just love it when the Sonic movies just takes a little side trip for like 45 minutes and everybody's being stalked by the werehog at night. And it's just jazz, intense jazz music follows him diegetically, like everyone can hear the jazz.
Yeah. Give us our Halloween special, like Paramount Plus Halloween special.
There you go. That'd be perfect. But it just like the jazz has to be diegetic. Like everyone in the movie or special needs to be hearing the jazz.
Yeah. All you just hear that this is in the distance.
I would love it.
Miss Amber. I mean, we'll get to
Shape Detectives. It's actually a topic of the day. I forgot to put the
timestamps.
I went and filmed a video. I'm doing a viewing guide this week, so everybody knows. I'm doing my Star Wars viewing guide. It's coming out Friday because I thought I'm going to do a good service and give you guys time to watch The Mandalorian if you want to go see Mando and Grogu, right? Instead of releasing it on the release day, like let me give you a week because Mandalorian's not that long. You could watch it in a week if you wanted to.
Sound out the viewing guide.
Yes. Oh God, I'm going to do something for Spaceballs. Don't worry. But anyways, so it's gonna be Star Wars this week, and so I want to get it done this week, and so I needed to get Wednesday's video done early. What I usually do when I schedule my videos to like work on. I kind of just try to like I've shifted it to where I used to try to do film on Monday, edit on Tuesday for Wednesday video. Now I just started doing get up early Tuesday, film, edit, do House's Tuesday stream, and then videos like up and ready to go.
So born on a Tuesday, set up born on a Tuesday, died on a Monday.
Basically, because my Mondays get so packed because I'm doing the stream and everything. And so then, but today I was like, I need to get a jump ahead because I have like appointments to go to this week as well. And so
what you're saying is
no. So I was like, I need to get working on stuff. So like tomorrow's going to be like an editing day plus a prep day, so I can get this Star Wars guide working. So I filmed today's video or Wednesday's video today, and it ended up being longer than I thought it was going to be. And I just realized I scratched myself, kind of fun, on some cardboard. And so that video had to get filmed today. So then I kind of missed some of the steps of prepping the stream because I was kind of running up to the deadline a little bit. So
okay, I'm assuming no shorts this week.
There are shorts. I already filmed the shorts. I have a whole story about shorts. I'll tell in a minute. All right, so couple things. First of all, Mr. Erver said, I heard that season 3 of Mandalorian wasn't good. It's still good. I've been rewatching Mandalorian, so I'm like super prepped. Mando season 3 is still good. It's just not as good as the first 2 seasons. The first 2 seasons kind of set a really high bar. In particular, I've kind of been saying the first episode sets an unclearable high bar. And so as time goes on, it's like season 3 just isn't able to like overcome the greatness of the previous, but I still think it's solid. And also Boba Fett is required viewing, but only episodes 5 through 7. I will explain it in the viewing guide, but if you're wanting to watch Mandalorian, I'll just tell you guys now because you guys are the live stream viewers. You're the dedicated audience. You can see the viewing guide anyways. Season 1, Season 2, episodes 5 to 7 of Boba Fett, then Season 3, and then you're good for the movie.
Yeah, and you don't watch the viewing guide, then watch the viewing guide, or else.
Yes, I have strong faith that everyone in our live stream chat right now and everybody watching, who all should be subscribers and have hit the like button, y'all should y'all will be watching the viewing guide. I'm assuming so.
Or
but yeah, the viewing guide is going to go over everything Star Wars except for the Lego specials because there's too many of them, and that could be its own separate guide. Everything that's canon, non-canon, it's going to be a lot of stuff. It's going to be a lot of stuff. But I'm going to make it like comprehensible, and I also will be doing a continuity order, of course, because that's part of the fun. But we will be going in release order because Star Wars in release order over any other franchise makes the most sense. Because if you watch the prequel trilogy before you see the original trilogy, all of the original trilogy's plot twists aren't plot twists anymore. So you got to see them in release order. So, and also thank you, Veloquence, for just watching everything, regardless of interest and topic. Because everyone who's like you and watches everything keeps this channel afloat and are the backbone, and I really appreciate it. So.
It gives it's so sad to have to eat from the streets.
Exactly, because the job market sucks right now, and I want to keep this afloat because it's my best prospect in life. So, that being said, let's look at the channel last week because I got a couple things to mention. So, first things first, I did a DC Comics that need an omnibus or compendium or deluxe edition. It's kind of like I made a very strong, bold statement at the beginning, and then just kind of started adding in all these little caveats.
Do you mean the Aztec Yap session?
Yes, I yapped about Aztec, and it's funny because I yap about Aztec in Wednesday's video as well. I'm on my Aztec high right now, so I'm going to enjoy it.
He's your Glup Shido.
I've started calling him a Blorbo because people have been redefining Glup Shido. Because Glup Shido implies a character that exists in the back. It kind of comes from Star Wars, like a character in the background that has like a 2-paragraph Wikipedia page. Aztec had a 10-issue solo book and appeared in like 12 issues of JLA. So I don't think he qualifies for Glup Shido, but he does qualify for Blorbo.
Blorbo.
Also, he showed up the day that video got posted.
It's like a something gift we
I
like to use in the server.
I manifested this figure into existence. I opened him like immediately. I have a backlog of I had a backlog of McFarlane figures to open, but I jumped him to the front of the line. I was like, I need him out of his box now.
You
So
need he's gonna be even if like Mattel brings out new stuff, and you put your McFarlane stuff away, he's always gonna be out as your
yes.
trophy. trophy.
I don't even know I don't even know if he's going to go in the McFarlane display. I think he might literally just sit on one of these comic shelves at any given time.
As your statue, as your
Yes.
this is all my personality right here. Kind of
Exactly.
figures.
It's funny too because I used to do that with the JLA or the JLU figure. I just had him around, but then I was like,
and then Gold Plastic Syndrome.
then I was like, look at the Gold Plastic Syndrome. We're like, he needs to be in a box. He needs to be in a box. Deliquid says Aztec reminds me a lot of Zariel, a kind of nothing character that had a weird JLA arc that I inexplicably like. Exactly, that's Aztec. He's so undercooked, but that's why I liked him.
There's so many DC characters I really like that get no love.
Aztec was in a Justice League cartoon. Yes, you can go on YouTube. Someone put a compilation together of all of his scenes. The video is 1 minute long. He's not even on screen for half of it. He's in the scene. They cut away from him constantly.
I think
he scans a wall. That's his whole contribution to Justice League Unlimited.
I think there was a comment from James from Watchtower Database where it's like, "Wow, did you invite Aztec, that guy?"
Yeah, exactly. And then Friday's video was the MonsterVerse comic book guide because I got the Return to Skull Island comic in, and I got Justice League vs. Godzilla vs. Kong too, and I was like, oh, we kind of talked about saving this for November when Godzilla Minus Zero comes out, and then I was looking at the Monarch comic project update, and they're like preview pages of the first story, and I'm like, that comic ain't coming this year. So I was like, why not just make it now? Just get it. And I needed an easier video last week. I was swamped with so many things. So
that one's so fun. I like the video. There'd be a niche video versus your other comic stuff, but still, I like the niche stuff like that a lot.
If you guys notice the view count compared to the other comic stuff, MonsterVerse is a funny franchise. It's like Jurassic Park, where it's very successful when movies come out because watching Monkey Slap Lizard is just a very successful business venture. But if you strip that down and then focus on who's the fan base that cares about the lore and characters, it's like a small bubble.
Is that hyper niche that everyone's like hyper fixated on a scenario like that?
Yeah, exactly. And so there's Jurassic Park fans like that as well. And it's funny too because Skull Island and Monarch being the two MonsterVerse shows, just like the two Jurassic World shows, some people watch them. You know what I mean?
I keep forgetting that Skull Island show is part of the MonsterVerse because they don't advertise it as a MonsterVerse.
They don't. The most advertising in conjunction with the MonsterVerse it got is the comic having the MonsterVerse logo on them.
I think it doesn't have. I remember watching that and I didn't really like it because I didn't hate the characters.
I didn't really like it because I kept going, wait, where's the remnants of Bill Randa's camera? I was looking for Kong Skull Island references, which Monarch finally gave me scenes where they're like, hey, look, they walk past the helicopter that Kong threw a tree through, and I was like, that's what I was looking for at the Skull Island show.
Is one of those how you can tell is part of is if this Kong's MonsterVerse Kong, does he get the three scars?
If he's got the scars, then it's MonsterVerse Kong. That's pretty much it.
I forget because Kong himself is he public domain yet or not? I always get misinformation.
There's a whole thing of there's novel Kong who's public domain, but then King Kong is a movie trademark, and then Kong is another separate movie trademark.
Because if he has the three scars, that's specific. You cannot use that Kong because that's specific. That's copyrighted. You can't use this Kong with the
three scars makes it MonsterVerse Kong. If you call him King Kong, then I think Universal has a say in things.
But if you just call him Kong and he's just a big ape, you're fine. Scenario like that.
Yep. Some other fun comments. Master Ben said Aztec needs larger horns. That's my only complaint with this figure. But
I think it's probably I wanted it a safety. I want it a safety issue.
I think it's a safety issue, and also I feel like because of McFarlane plastic and when they use thinner stuff, they kind of end up warping. And I think his helmet was going to look like this anyways.
Yeah, don't look at any Aquaman staff. Those things are those things are drooping.
When did I open it? I opened Final Suit Riddler today, and his staff came pre-bent. So, Let's see. Mario Man says I didn't even know MonsterVerse had comics until your video dropped. Yeah, that's another thing I wanted to do the video for was be like, hey, look, there's MonsterVerse comics.
Yeah, cause it's the hyper. It's the two monster. You got the greater MonsterVerse lore, which is a niche of a niche. It's a niche of a niche of a niche because it's kaiju films, then the MonsterVerse lore, then comic books. It's the multi-level of niche, something like that.
Yep. And then on top of that, I was looking also the Monarch Kickstarter made its goal by like $1,000. It barely made it because there's not that many people watch that show. Also, Veloquent says, yeah, Monsters video was for a very specific crowd. I wouldn't be surprised if that video gets 10 times views randomly in like 2 years when a new movie comes out. And that's exactly, I think that was the other thing too.
That happens sometimes with your videos.
It does. Where's the Star Tour Star Speeder? Because that was a video that was kind of soft when it launched, and it's now at 11,000 views. Sometimes the audience has to find it, you know? Especially when I don't do, like, the normal... Like, it's not my normal stuff. Let's see. Blade Reader says, I've yet to watch a Jurassic World movie, Camp Cretaceous, so that was awesome. At least the first couple of seasons fell off, but it's a good time. I've heard great things about that show. Just never actually watched it. They do kill kids in that.
Apparently, what was the last of the trilogy of the World trilogy? Dominion?
Yeah.
Apparently, the Dominion, one of the shows like really tie in. Whereas, like, apparently, one of the episodes is happening the same time as the.
Yes, because Deacon Lockman's character shows up in the cartoon.
And she voiced her also in the cartoon.
Yeah.
And apparently she's like a main villain of that cartoon. And apparently, like, an episode was happening the same time as the scene where like Brady and crew were trying to like chasing the Velociraptors on motorcycles. I think or something like that. I heard.
Yeah, it's like super tied in. Which
I like that. I mean, like, that's like that. Always get cahoose when like when the tie-in media gets that like tie-in.
It's like when you hear Order 66 start in Clone Wars, and you're just like, oh my god, it's great.
Yeah, I because I'm someone who like likes to view tie-in material like that. Like, I always enjoy when they really do call back to the real thing, where it's like, even if they will fully say it's non-canon by the next movie, like, I don't care, it's canon to me. Damn it, it's in my heart. That's me with the Big Hero 6 cartoon. Like, if they ever make that Big Hero 6 sequel, I know that cartoon's out of canon right away.
That's why I'm kind of glad Tangle's getting the remake territory instead of the sequel territory, because it means the show's still canon.
I still need to watch the Tangle cartoon. I heard really amazing things about that cartoon.
All right, Ace said, I did my part in the Near Mint DC poll and said I want them to add Aztec Omnibus to the list next year. Thank you. I did the same because they didn't have an Aztec Omnibus listed. So Near Mint Condition is doing I call it a fantasy draft, but it's like they have listed out 600 possible omnibuses that could exist, and then you pick 10 that you want to exist, and then they send them to DC, and then DC has numbers of like what's in demand. And that's why this video came out, because I knew they were doing it on Thursday last week, so I thought I'd put my video out on Wednesday. And my ballot is that video, except I swapped out, because they didn't have Aztec on the poll, so I swapped out Aztec for Dreamer, because they put a Dreamer omnibus on the poll, and I was like, that's cool.
Dreamer, because it's Thursday. But yeah, I see Dreamer getting omnibus. I feel like Aztec is a compendium.
As I put in, an Aztec Deluxe Edition. Because if you add all of his issues together, it's like, I think it's like 18 issues in total. That's like a deluxe edition hardcover. And it's almost too shy for a compendium. It's almost like just a DC Finest.
I was about to mention Finest. How many issues are Eugene Finest again?
There's 600 pages, regardless of... it depends on how long the issues are, but there's 600 pages all the time.
Would all of Aztec, like his original run, his JL stuff, would that fit to a Finest?
Yeah, you definitely.
So I see, like, was it the Red Skies Batman was a super dick Finest.
Red Skies is like 670 pages.
That's a dick boy compared to like.
You could easily throw all of Aztec into one compendium. Or no, not one Finest. One Finest could hold all of Aztec. Aztec in a deluxe edition. I don't know if he necessarily needs an omnibus. But there is a second Aztec that showed up in the Rebirth era, and if you combine that together, that could make an omnibus. But then again, it's going to overlap with the Justice League of America Rebirth omnibus, so maybe that's also. It's also the problem. There's only the 10-issue standalone, and then the JLA stuff is in other books. But anyways, I did put Aztec down. I was like, Aztec. I also suggested that the Dreamer omnibus could be a Dreamer and Galaxy omnibus because they have the crossover together, and they have a lot of crossover between them. So.
Also, Super Chat from Jamie's World, 10 pounds. Hey Sam, how are you regarding Godzilla figures? Is the one true good figure, i.e. Monster or Figure Arts or other manufacturer of Godzilla figures? What's best Godzilla figure on the market?
Wheels would tell you Hia Toys is probably the best.
It really depends.
But it depends on what you're looking for. Yeah.
Because I feel if you just want a good, nice, articulate Godzilla, like not like superposable, just a nice action figure, the Bandai Godzilla action figures you can see in like retail currently, that are like in the similar packaging as their Dragon Stars and Heroes packaging. I think those are really good, like $20 Godzilla figures. Honestly, like especially they've been releasing ones with bigger accessories because they did like a Kiryu with the whole like all his armaments and stuff like that. They've been doing a lot, and there's like they just release like a Godzilla where you can actually remove battle damage on him with the old Trendmaster stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Those are really good if you just want like a really good, like cheap,
Godzilla.
affordable Godzilla. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you really want like a hyper articulated Godzilla, Haya, and Monster Arts. So it's probably looking forward to like Haya. I hear Haya's a bit better because I heard Monster Arts quality wise hasn't been good in years.
Haya's quality's pretty good, and their prices are much more competitive too.
But you had to wait 10,000 years for them.
Yeah.
Oh man.
All right. In terms of toy unboxing videos and toy hauls, reason I don't do toy hauls, surprisingly, I buy way more comics than I do toys at this point. That's why I do monthly comic hauls and I do quarterly Blu-ray hauls, because if I did monthly Blu-ray hauls, I'd talk about like 5 discs. Yeah. So that's why I do them quarterly. Toy stuff, I'm doing more toy stuff. In fact, Wednesday's video this week is, if you're looking for toy unboxing and you're looking for a toy video, that's Wednesday's video this week.
You probably what you should do is do what you do with the Blu-rays, where it's quarterly. Like you just film yourself unboxing big boxes and save that footage into like you get to that quarter.
I just got to figure out how to make sure I don't yap too much, because that was part of my issue with the Big Bad Toy Store boxes.
But those are the best. Those were the best parts.
Those are great, but it was like I was pumping out an hour video and then it'd get like 450 views, and then YouTube's just like wagging its finger at me. It's like it's kind of a problem.
I mean, they're filler videos no matter what.
They are, but YouTube wants like when filler videos are shorter, YouTube's a little bit happier with them. When the filler videos are long, because the issue comes up is that like just slight backstage stuff. Every time you get a video posted, depending on how the video does in the first day, depends on what its ad rate will be. And so long videos have a bunch of ad breaks. So if you have a long video, but it does well out the gate, then that means you're going to get a good ad rate on all those breaks. Whereas if you have a shorter video and it doesn't do well and you don't have a good ad rate, then you only have like 2 or 3 of them to worry about, as opposed to like 6 to 10. So it's just kind of like, it's that balance to make sure that like I still can get YouTube to give me good ad rates on the individual breaks on videos. Which is why it's like, the filler videos, I try to make them shorter, so that way if they do flop, it doesn't throw off my ad rate stuff.
What you can do, I imagine, is to make them shorter. Well, also have is like do like a quick. We'll get to James World. Something I say.
Yeah.
Is what you do is film yourself, open the box, and do like a quick cut. Like, here's what's inside this box. Then it goes item B, A, B, C, D, and stuff like that. And then at the end, you talk about like what you got overall. It's like, so in this package I got blah blah blah, and like talk about the highlights, talk about like stuff like you got.
It might be a more like edited, structured format instead of just camera plus yap, because I did camera plus yap for Wednesday's video and it's going to be long. Because when I have a script, it's shorter. When I don't have a script, it's longer. It's just how I am. But I will say that I think I probably would do that format for Big Bad Toy Store stuff. Probably, I'm in the middle of trying to redo the whole toy room display and everything, and I think once I kind of get that under control, I'll probably have a better place to work on toy videos like that. Because right now it's like, if I want to shoot like a Big Bad Toy Store unboxing, I have to move furniture.
Yep.
So
anyways, James, 5 pounds from James World. Got any plans to review any Gab Infinity toys like Change of Figures? Plus, why not make Tokusatsu reviews like Z Toys? As you guys know, that's really get the roleplay stuff
I
anymore unless
don't.
they're like super discount.
The only roleplay
or
stuff I
something like
get
that.
is like the premium stuff, your CSMs, your memorial editions, that kind of thing. For Gavon, I'm gonna get the figure
I
arts. I'm gonna get the
I,
figure
I,
arts, and I'll do shorts on the figure arts. But
I just think the Gavin 50 toy line is not good. I've seen
yeah,
the mechs just don't look. I just think they look bad. I think especially compared to like when
mm,
I compared to like especially the Korean like anything that Sam G releases is some like Black Wizard like release of Metal Carva or Mini Force. Like, how are you releasing this high quality product for not even that much
yeah,
much more expensive? Where I look at Gavin Infinity stuff, they like God, this I really hot take, and I really not should have done the gun changer. I really should just make it like the guy where the changer is the spaceship. Take out the gun. It's no point
yeah.
to have the gun because it honestly makes the design look worse
I
to
think
have the gun.
I still feel that mecha just was a leftover from a Sentai planning stage. It just
Oh,
doesn't fit the
definitely.
vibe of the suits or the show or anything. But I love the show, so I am going to get the figure arts. I just have no interest in the changer on that. Now, for Common Rider stuff, I don't like collecting current Common Rider. Shoutmon just pooped.
God damn it! God damn it!
Beat
I
that
think
life. Yeah.
Gotchard has scarred sound out so
Yeah, it
much.
did. Because, like, Bandai didn't finish the collection, even though I put time and effort into collecting it. And then the whole card... You guys can see a previous stream where I complained about the card sets and all that. And it's like, I just don't want to go through that all the time. And so I just don't want to do the Kamen Rider roleplay, like, gimmick stuff. But, as you guys see, I bought the CSM G3 belt. Because favorite Heisei show. So,
I think for
yeah.
me with role plays, I really feel like I don't want gimmicks. I just like a nice well done stuff. It's why like Ultraman stuff
That's
interests
why I like the
because they're
memorial editions for Sentai, because they're doing the older ones. Like the G phone, like Psycho's mentioned the G phone coming up. That's an all in one package. It's like there's no add ons. There's just that. It's beautiful. I love those. All right, let's see. I rose another comment. Veloquence had a very interesting comment, which was, in your opinion, what do you consider to be a main bread and butter style video, and do you feel like that's changed significantly over the years? Absolutely. So, first of all, I had one short last week. I ran out of time last week to edit another one. But last week, I did a video on Jada Toys' goat figures, which they sent to me. So that was cool. And it was a little bit late from when the movie came out, so I tried to time it to when the Blu-ray came out. That was the best I could do with that. So that was fun. Those are fun figures. But in terms of how the video has changed, let's go my oldest videos. Power Rangers, Transformers, Power Rangers, Dragon Ball. Lots of Dragon Ball. It was 2009. Transformers, Power Rangers. You kind of see I had like a little bit of a niche going on with Power Rangers,
I mean, it's
but that
when
was
it
also
comes to the
2009.
yeah, those are the heights of those two franchises. Was 2000 the late 2000s and stuff
Yeah,
like that. Of course, with like when you're a content creator, you had to evolve, and sometimes like even like some of your favorite stuff is not in the limelight, and especially with Transformers or Tokusatsu, there are bigger creators out there who specifically specialize in that
there's
stuff and
also
really
too many creators out there. In
yeah
especially Transformers, there's too many people doing Transformers. And so what you have is you have an audience. And the audience only has the ability to split themselves so many times before it doesn't exist. So when there's enough big creators in a space, everybody will go check out what they do. And if you can't provide something completely different from what they do, you're just not going to get that much attention.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's the case of just it's not like you dislike Transformers and Power Rangers now. It's just more of like you just can't figure out how you can make your reviews different from I don't know like that toy guy or Jump Jake or whatever like the current
And
or TG
especially with
Omega like
and especially with the Tokusatsu roleplay stuff, Japanese reviewers have videos out like that. Before you have
because
no chance
because
because they live right there.
they can grab it right away.
Yeah,
Like English reviews are necessary, but like are necessary definitely. But it's one of those the cases where I feel like with Tokusatsu currently, where when it's now becoming bigger and bigger, there's gonna be lesser people really caring about because about the toys and more about the shows because most of the time they can't afford the toys. Or
yeah,
they just watch the Japanese reviews because all they want to hear is the funny sounds, something like that.
And that's why my only niche that I've been able to carve out with the Tokusatsu roleplay stuff is the memorial editions, because
because
they're
those are,
complicated and they need some explanation.
and also they're all for the older audiences.
Yeah.
I don't think a lot of the younger audiences Toku stuff now really
I mean,
cares about the
more
older
people
stuff.
watch the Majiphone video than they did the Live Man video, right?
And that's probably because of Power Rangers, honestly.
Yeah, it's got the
And,
install base.
yeah.
And so as you guys can see, like, when you compare, like, all right, here's a Transformers video where I put a ton of work into chronicling everything from last year's Transformers, and well, actually it's more like 4 months. In 4 months, it's got under 2,000 views, and then right next to it is a Disney Plus Blu-ray video that's got 19,000 views. And so the thing is that as much as I do enjoy doing the toy videos, you can see how the comic and Blu-ray videos, because those are nicher hobbies, there's less creators in the pool, and there's more variety of creators. Like, what I do with comics is different than what Near Mint Condition does, or what, like, Comic Tropes does. There's a lot more
Comic Pop, yeah.
Yeah, like, everybody in toys basically either does retrospectives or reviews, right? But in comics, you have people that do collected editions, people that do single issues, people that do reviews, people that do comparisons, people that do history videos. Like Casually Comics, her whole channel is let's track the history of all the clay faces. That's not the kind of stuff I would do. So there's a place for all of us to coexist in the comic space, because there's just so much more variety to what you can talk about with comic books. Whereas with toys, we all end up sort of saying the same thing, and so people kind of fall into, all right, these are the people for Marvel Legends, these are the people for Transformers, etc. And then for Blu-rays, I've always been one of the few Blu-ray content creators. There's not many of us out there.
And with Blu-rays, it's not just here's the thing, here's the bonus cut. There's some like you go more in depth with the Blu-rays, especially because well, a lot of time the Blu-ray there's a difference between a Blu-ray content creator who knows the content and like Blu-ray content creator just reviews it because it's a new
There's
thing
also a
released that
difference
people
between an unboxing and whatever the hell I do in my reviews, where I'm like a lot of Blu-ray reviews on YouTube, which are good, and this works for a lot of formats, right? I even do this with the Blu-ray hauls. They will just show the Blu-ray, talk about the contents, maybe talk about if they liked it or not, right? Whereas I go, like, in depth. Like, I spend 42 minutes on 4 Blu-rays from Discotek. And I'm like, let's look at the menu. Let's look at the subtitling. Let's look at the and also I got to give credit. That's because of all of you guys. Every time someone leaves a comment that's like, "Oh, I wish you would have talked about the closed captioning," I go, "Next video, I need to talk about the closed captioning." "Oh, I wish you would show this," and then next video, I start showing that. So these have evolved. The Blu-ray reviews have evolved because of the audience, and I got to give everybody credit for all the comments, because it's made me go, oh yeah, that is a detail I should cover. And that's why we do get 42 minutes on 4 Blu-rays, but that's a depth of detail that I don't think many other channels provide.
Yeah, and you're not saying toy reviews can't have their own identity. No, I have seen many toy reviews that create their own identity, and like it's not even that complicated. Some are really simple, and it's but I think it's the case for like Santa has doing this been for almost 2 decades now.
Yep.
And if he tried to figure out a new format to do toy reviews, it's either gonna be not as good as he currently doing is now, or it's gonna take too much time. And that's taking away from doing the stuff that gives him the money and stuff like that.
Yeah, if I could get to my intentional goal of 1 long form video a week as opposed to 2, if I could get to the point where 1 long form video supports the channel the way that 2 long form videos currently do, then I might have time to explore format changing on stuff a little bit more. Because right now I'm just like, I have to keep working constantly, which is why sometimes some of these video ideas, like, some of them like seem complicated. Like this, like, all right, Power Rangers Deluxe Edition reading guide, that seems complicated. It's just all knowledge I already have. I'm just putting into video form. It's exceedingly simple for me to actually make the video, versus like a viewing guide. Like the Tron viewing guide took me weeks of research to put together to make sure everything was accurate. And so I think that's the kind of thing that, when I do a video and it's like, all right, I put a ton of work into like a Sentai showcase is like kind of Sentai Showcase me reaching out with a different toy format and something different for the Tokusatsu space, and it's been really well received. But those take longer to produce than a viewing guide, and the view counts come in usually under what the viewing guides do. So I have to space out, like, when is the appropriate time for me to commit time to do something like Sentai Showcase versus something else.
Because this is where like a lot of artists struggles. Where I have similar things as an artist myself, where there's stuff you really want to do out just a pure passion, and you don't really care if it does well or not. And there's also gonna be times where it's like you need to get something out to pay the bills, and it's a tricky balance. Because you still have passion for toys and reviewing them and stuff like that, but it's not gonna pay the bills right away, and that's always the tricky part. You need to make sure the channel is healthy enough, or to take some time off to do the thing you want to do the most, and don't really care if it does well or not, as long as you're happy, because because the next thing you're gonna do is gonna pay the bills, scenario like that. That's always the case with any type of artist, especially content creator, artist, and stuff like that. I do a lot of commissions, but also I like to do my own personal artwork. But like the commissions the commissions help me like stay afloat and stuff like that.
And speaking of passion and toy reviews and doing things in different formats, that's where shorts have been really valuable for me, because I feel like if I did a full video on Figure Art Sanji, it would have been not even half as entertaining as the way I made that short. That 3-minute time constraint really made, like, kind of like maybe put me in a different state of like, what if I just get to the point on this toy and like showing what's great about it? And that 2-minute video is better than a 20-minute deep dive into it, I feel. And so, like, in terms of individual toy reviews, I just am going to do them like this. And also, if they don't do well, it doesn't matter, because the shorts algorithm doesn't affect my main video algorithm. The rest of my channel is safe from, if shorts underperform, it doesn't matter. If long form videos underperform, it throws off things, but shorts can underperform and it's totally fine. And so that's why I've really enjoyed doing the shorts as kind of like the anchored toy content on the channel, with occasionally doing toy stuff over in the main videos. And we have another super chat from Jamie's World, who is helping pay the bills this month.
10 pounds. I've been watching the channel since day one. Love the evolution and progress the channel has been made over the years. Going forward, do you make future plans for the channel, or do you just go by what content you have? I'm pretty sure, I feel like, not saying this, like speaking for you, but I feel like most content creators always have something planned for the future. Yep. But again, as we said, doing what you're doing right now is helping pay the bills and keeping things afloat. But doesn't mean it's not like you're in a stagnant state. You're always thinking of doing something more in the future. It just
like Wednesday's video is not like any videos I've done before. It's like it's like a similar idea to something that we've seen before, but I've kind of put like a twist on it, a spin on it, and I'm trying to like do something a little different, see how people react. Same thing like when I did the DC We Need an Omnibus. I've not done a video like that before. Other people have. It's not a unique idea, but for me, I had my own little different spin on it. But in terms of future plans, I have huge future plans. I just don't have the time to work on them yet. If in an ideal world where YouTube's algorithm wasn't so aggressive of like you have to constantly be putting videos out, I would take 6 months off, produce the most beautifully put together home video history for Dragon Ball you have ever seen.
Let's not forget, for people who don't know, Sam went to film school and worked on a big published movie. Like, he worked on Creed 2, people. He isn't like, it's not, he went one level above indie film. Indie film.
I worked on a big budget movie. I have the training and the experience. I've got, I got my degree in video editing and stuff. I just don't have to keep the channel rolling as it is. I have to constantly be working on the next video. It's like the next video, next video, next video. So to build to a bigger video, I have to carve out time somehow from other videos, which is why. And then also like juggling this with like personal life stuff on top of it.
And only the hyperbolic time chamber. Only the hyperbolic time chamber is real.
If I could go into the hyperbolic time chamber, you guys would have like a Defunct Land level documentary about the home video history of Dragon Ball. Yes. I have it in me. I just need the time. It's also hard doing it all. As like just 90% of the work on the channel is solo work. which adds to it because like I was
I
watching another YouTuber's live stream on Friday, and it's Nikhil Clayton. He's got a great channel, and he's been doing reactions to old cartoons. And he was like complaining about his time management, and someone was like, "Ah, yeah, your job's so hard. You have to watch kids' cartoons all day." And he's like, "No, no, no. I watching kids' cartoons all day is the great part. What sucks is I spend all my time editing myself watching kids' cartoons."
Yep, trying to get avoid a Pepsi copyright.
Yeah, so and that's the thing for me. I spend way more time editing than I do anything else on these.
Yeah, anything. I'm always here to help Santa, always when I can. But that's the thing, when I can.
Yeah.
I have I have my own day job, and when alongside I have my art business side also.
Mm-hmm.
If I have the power and time, I would love to help work on Santa stuff full time. But like, I think
I don't have the
like.
money to pay you enough to get you away from your day job.
Yeah, that's the thing.
If I had enough money to just pay you to get you away from your day job, we would be in business. But I don't. So.
Yeah, that's always the case. So it's always the case where and all content creators have this thing where it's like every content creator wants to make the next like want to be like a market player and just go like I want to make a movie.
Yeah.
But it's the resources.
Time and resources.
Time and resources
Yep.
always the biggest hurdle.
Yeah, it was funny because on Nikhil's stream last week, he was like, "Yeah, I want to do this video idea. Yeah, I got to do this video idea, but I got to do 3 reaction videos a week." And I was just like, "This is relatable, because this is what I deal with all the time. Is like I want to be working on the Star Wars viewing guide like last week is when I want to start working on it, and I've just been typing notes in my off time." Because I still need to put out DC Omnis, Monsterverse Comic Guide, Wednesday's video. Like, because I had to keep doing all this other stuff, I can't full concentrate on the big videos. And so I'm trying to still manage this. Like, it's tough.
Oh, yeah, no, trust, not to go too much into it, but, like, when it comes to stuff like that, it psychologically gets used a lot of times where it's like, there's many times for me where it's like, I'm either out about having fun or out or cooking or whatever, and in the back of my head I'm like, you're wasting time, go back working on those commissions, you idiot. You don't want to upset the paying people. I'm like, no.
I will be out with friends and adding notes to my live streams.
Yeah, that's always the kids who's like, no, have fun. They will understand you want to have one day off. They won't bug you. But it's always a part of my brain where it's like, you're laying them down, you idiot. I'm like, no. It's like it's always the biggest problem when you're like a content creator, especially a content creator that has people paying you good money and stuff like that and such. It's always that psychological. Like,
I was having Mother's Day. I was out for Mother's Day, and I was having dinner with my parents. And we were at Olive Garden, and we were talking about Star Wars, and I was updating my Star Wars viewing guide notes because I was talking to them about stuff. And I was like, all right, let's talk about what's in my notes. And I was like, all right, what do you think of this? Because my parents are big Star Wars fans, and my mom was just rewatching the original trilogy, and we've been rewatching Mandalorian and Boba Fett. I was like, all right, well, should I put this in? Should I spoil that the Ewok, the kid's family just gets murdered on screen in the second Ewok movie? My mom was like, yeah, you got to add that in, otherwise nobody's ever going to watch that thing. And I was like, good point. So like, I'm always working.
And, it's great. It's great when you have a family that supports you like that. Yeah. I feel like in our scenario, you're probably like the most human garbage ever. You talk about work while on a family dinner like that.
It does help that my work is a fun subject. I'm not like, and here's what I had to deal with at the mental hospital today. It's like I got to edit a video about Godzilla.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so the thing is that like, Velquit says I have the knee-jerk reaction to say just don't do that. Like you need work-life balance, but on the other hand, you clearly are passionate, and the grind is what it is. We appreciate the work. Thank you. That's kind of how it is. It's like, and also because it's like this channel, it's like purely creative, but then I have to like business sense it. Sometimes I will be in the shower and then I'll come up with a video idea and I'll be like, oh crap. So I have to get out of the shower and write it down so I don't forget because my attention span is cooked because I work in the internet.
Trust me, that happens to me a lot. Where I have a bunch of our ideas, but then next thing you know, I'm changing my idea next second.
Yep.
Like that.
And so the thing with so basically, a long story short, still doing stuff on the channel, still having a good time with it. I'm trying to make sure I'm also balancing my time so I don't reach burnout because I haven't reached burnout in like 2 years. I get a little fried, but I haven't gotten to full burnout. in a while.
It's my mission statement to make sure Sound never gets to 2018 levels of burnout ever again. Because
Exactly.
I never want to see him that miserable ever again.
Yeah, we're not doing that again. We're not running back 2018. But I also not running back 2009. I don't have that much energy anymore.
Oh yeah, because you're not kids anymore. You don't have the sugar. You don't have the sugar in you anymore.
Exactly. Not a child. But yeah, Mario Man says, I can attest to that as a game designer. MH1995 says, can't tell me how many podcast episodes come to me when I'm on the John. I get ideas out of nowhere. And sometimes it'll be conversation. Sometimes it'll be comments. Veloquence keeps giving me good ideas in the comments. Also, Veloquence had a comment earlier I was going to address, which was, I don't think I can scroll back to it. I think there's been too many. Wait, no, it's right here. How do you feel about unsolicited video suggestions from the audience? Is it annoying? Does it feel like forced labor? Sometimes I feel guilty if I ever say you should do X to creators. For me, because I'm not going to speak for anybody else, throw your ideas at me any time of the day. Just two caveats to it. I may not remember you were the one that gave me the idea, because sometimes 3 or 4 people give me the same idea at once. So if you throw an idea at me, please don't be mad I didn't give you credit. I most likely just forgot where the source of the idea came from. And then secondly, if you throw a video idea at me, don't expect me to make it. If I make it, be happy with the nice surprise. But sometimes, like, I'm going to address 94 Kun has mentioned it a few times. Sometimes there's good video ideas that I just don't want to make or don't have the capacity to make.
Or you don't have the. I don't even know what the subject is. Yeah.
For example, 94 Kun says, "Are you thinking about making a video on the watch order of the Monogatari series?" I have never seen it. I have no knowledge of it. That is a definite no.
You never want to make. Yeah, no, trust me. I have this rule when I'm making art. Commissions are commissions, so I'll make stuff that I don't know about. But it's a rule for me personally, where it's like I'm never gonna make art piece of a thing I never know about, because especially when it comes to art, like, oh no, I'm afraid to make the thing look inaccurate, or something like that. So,
and the thing too is, if I make a viewing guide off of a series I've never seen before, it's going to be filled with spoilers.
And you're gonna get so many people going, actually.
Exactly. I'm gonna get a lot of corrections, which I get a lot of corrections even on the stuff I do know, because some of these topics are huge. But the other thing is that if I go in not knowing something, I'm gonna spoil things because I won't know what is and isn't a spoiler. Right? Like, I know, like, for example, like, all right, most people think that Darth Vader being Luke's father isn't a spoiler. Technically, it is. If someone has never seen Star Wars and they've never paid attention to a highly referenced part in the movie.
And they never explained pop culture osmosis.
Yeah. Like, then that's going to be a big surprise, and I don't want to ruin that. But I have to know that in context, that is a plot twist, right? So that's why I like to do things I'm familiar with. So it's okay, Veloquence, because we have like very light news. So I actually really have been enjoying discussing this.
It's a good vent. It's good with the vent.
It's a good vent. I also like this quote, like AR mentioned. It says, like Michael Jackson, Soundout has to take these ideas from the Lord, or else they might give the ideas to Prince. I loved that line in the movie. I have to take these ideas, or else they'll be given to Prince. I don't have any rivals on YouTube, like the Michael Jackson Prince rivalry, but I do. Anytime I have an idea, I try to stay shut about it. Like, once I get a video idea, I go to make the idea before I discuss it publicly, because I don't want I don't want someone sniping it, even though I don't think it's possible. It doesn't usually happen, but like I try to, like, I keep saying the Wednesday video. I'm not telling you guys what it is until it comes out.
Just in case.
Just in case. I tell you guys I'm working on a Star Wars viewing guide simply because if you look at my channel and you look at the stuff I've been doing, I've made 24 viewing guides. Of course I'm doing a Star Wars one. If anyone wants to snipe doing a Star Wars viewing guide before I get to it, well, too bad. I have prescience of a series of videos and a format to work in.
Also, good luck trying to make that in 4 days. 4 days.
Exactly, because I've already researched it, I've checked it, I've got the images downloaded, I just need to film it. Also, I will tell you guys this much. So with the One Piece one, I had it in the corner before I added the new bookshelf. Because I have this new bookshelf, I'm going to put the backdrop is all going to be Star Wars stuff behind me on the bookshelf.
You should like, hit a Star Trek reference as a, as a
I could throw
joke.
something in there. That could actually be really fun. I should put a figure of Sulu because George Takei was in Star Wars.
Yes.
So, Psycho says 5 years later, we're still waiting on the Progress video series. That's why I don't announce things in advance too, because I am never doing that at this point. I've lost the passion and the drive for it, and it's just way too much work, and I feel like nobody will care if I actually do it.
Psychos. You can blame Psychos for making that, for us making that goddamn making every Power Rangers video
Yeah.
visualization.
Oh, that was a fun one though.
That was
All
a great one, but it's his fault.
Yes, entirely. So let's see. All right. Blader said it's not about the ending, it's the spoilers you ruin along the way. Exactly what I tried to avoid. Velquin says, I love how you don't spoil the weekly videos. Personally, always a fun surprise what shows up in the box. That's also the part I want to have. I want to have a little bit of a surprise reveal of like, surprise, I'm doing this.
I can't wait. I can't wait
yeah.
for sound review. I can't wait for the one day my sub box. I'm gonna get sound reviews the Paw Patrol movie. What?
That would be. I'm not going to put it past it because I start watching the Droids cartoon as part of Star Wars Guide research, and I'm like 4 episodes deep because I really like it, even though I had no
Really?
interest in watching it before. I'm like, I'm invested. It's got continuity. It's an 80s cartoon with continuity. There's arcs to the episodes, which is bonkers. So anyways, shout out Droids. Droids is great. I watched 1 episode of Ewoks. I don't know if I'm going to watch all of Ewoks though. I watched 1 for research purposes. Let's see. Ace says, I love seeing your bookshelves in the background. I'll end up staring at the spines most of the time. Yeah, I screwed up the focus on the Monsterverse Guide video. So, like, the foreground and background were in focus at the same time. And I'm like, someone's going to be looking at my Batman omnis and not the Godzilla comic.
and everyone can be annoyed by goddamn the pink Power Rangers hardcover.
Exactly. Because I was thinking, like, so what I try to do is I make sure the background's distanced enough and it's slightly blurred, so that way the subject's still the focus, but you can still kind of see the stuff in the background. Like Veloquin said, if you're just watching it because you just want to watch the videos and you don't care about the subject, it'll give you something to look at.
I think it was Flavor. I think it was Flavor said it's like, I don't pay attention to tabs. I just click on your face.
Yeah. I appreciate that. AR says, waiting for the Sherlock Holmes viewing guide. That one would be that's
how you do it?
I would have to go back to the novels and then talk about each movie that adapts what novel.
Actually, that gives a good point. How will you do James Bond? How will you do a James Bond? Because
I thought about doing James Bond before First Light, but I decided Star Wars was going to take the priority because I don't want to do 2 viewing guides in 1 month again. That was hell.
But Bond one, we do just movies, or we go that in depth with like the novels and everything like that, essentially that.
You know what? I think I would go into the novels, but only the Fleming novels. And I would do and this movie adapted it. And now we'll talk about the order the movies came out in. So that way everybody can understand how Bond fans feel that the movies were adapting the books completely out of order. Doctor No's the first movie. It's the 6th book. So
I'll relate to that. I'll tell you, man, I say no interest in the John Bond game, but I wasn't it wasn't my cup of tea. But I saw a video how you could the stealth's incredible because
yes.
you can literally bullshit your way into the areas you want to be. I'm like, okay, I like that. I like you can literally.
I cannot wait for that game. I'm so excited. I am it's so perfect Bond that he's basically just I'm handsome and charming. And I'm going to talk myself out of the situation.
Yeah, I love you can just bullshit your way to stuff.
Exactly. So. Also, Bond viewing guide will probably be when the next movie's coming up. Also, that gives me time to read the rest of the novels because I think I should do that for that guide. All right, let's see. Let me. I was a couple things I want to address real quick. Kenneth Lloyd said, "I just want to say I love the passion you put into your videos. You literally sold me on the DC finance line by going in depth about what they are. I don't see that from a lot of others. That means a whole lot." Because when I decided to start dabbling in the comic space, I was like, is anybody going to care what I say? Do I have something new and exciting to say? And everybody's that's another reason why the comic videos kind of became the core part of the channel, at least for now, is because everybody's been received, they're so well received, and I get so many comments, and people be like, oh, I never thought to actually even read this comic before you talked about it. And I'm so glad that sharing my passion with everybody is resulting in other people going out and experiencing new things in life and experiencing different art and looking at other stuff, because it just makes me feel good. That's like, I will talk about like Green Lantern Far Sector way too much, but everybody that's picked up and read it said it's as good as you said it was. And that feels so validating that, like, yes, I do know what I'm talking about, but also that people do appreciate what I have to say, which is great. So Ace said, I finished reading Jason Aaron's run and really liked Jason Aaron's Ghost Rider run and really liked it. What do you think of it? I'm super mixed on it. I don't really like the way that Jason Aaron makes Ghost Riders seem like they're these essential cornerstones of the multiverse, and without them, everything would fall apart. Because I typically like Ghost Rider when he's like a bit of a drifter on a motorcycle, or he kind of plants his feet and goes, "I'm going to protect this zone." I don't really like the multiversal stuff with Ghost Rider as much. So yeah. Also, Psycho's remembering that the Sentai DVD video was his fault. Yes, it was. And he's making up for it by helping me on the Memorial Edition reviews.
It's his punishment.
Yep.
But Ghost Rider one is like it puts too many questions about how does this work. A scenario like that.
Mm-hmm.
Especially how like there's only one Robbie. Or something like, or whatever.
Jason Aaron came with this idea like Robbie. There's only one Robbie in the entire multiverse, and I'm like, but why? I love my favorite Marvel character, but I don't think he's that important. It feels like inflating the importance of the character for not really any necessarily good reason.
It's like saying probably with the Timeless Child.
Yes, it's a Timeless Child situation. Yeah. K-Boy says you're going to do Master of the Universe, Supergirl, and Toy Story viewing guides. Yes, and no. So, Toy Story, I feel like doesn't need a viewing.
Just watch 1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah,
maybe, and
if you like those, go watch the TV specials and shorts.
And the Buzz Lightyear multimedia stuff. If you really like those, it's not
exactly.
Hard.
I don't have anything to say besides just you watch the movies, right? Because they're nicely numbered. Supergirl, I want to do a Supergirl one. I thought about not doing one, but then
DLC for the Superman one.
Half the research is already done because of the Superman one. So it's just basically going to be like the Superman one, where it's like, here's Supergirl's appearances across media. It's going to be way shorter than the Superman one because she's just not had as much. That'll be good. It'll be DLC. Masters of the Universe will be the big guide of June. It's going to come out the day of the movie because it's going to be more like, you liked the movie, watch this other stuff. Because there's nothing to prep for Masters.
That one's
also incredibly straightforward. So,
but like you can add in the comics. You can add in the comics if you want to have some more fun.
Honestly, wouldn't be that hard. There's like what, 5 Masters cartoons? 5?
Yeah, there's like If you're counting She-Ra, that'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 7.
Yeah,
7. 7 if you put Revolution the same show, which they are.
Yeah, they are the same show. Let's see. Updated Sentai viewing guide will happen when Toei stops making Sentai stuff, because that Goju Polar special came out, and I'm like, is that the last Sentai thing? I'm waiting till it's like complete. Then I can re-up the video and then do it as a complete thing. It's like, here's the entirety of Sentai, and then just leave it, and that's it.
All I can think is the Jimmy Neutron meme of like, just like, we also the last Sentai material. This is the 17th time you said this is the last Sentai material.
Jorge's card says, as a new reader, all my current knowledge is thanks to you. Thank you for saying that, because that is one of my goals. Is because that's also another reason I started doing comic videos, because I saw so many new readers reading comics, and I'm like, let me impart my 20+ years of comic knowledge onto everybody else. Here, absorb knowledge from me, because I love sharing, as you guys know, from the fact we've gone an hour and 5 minutes and I haven't touched the news yet.
Only have 2 things to review.
Yeah, let me get to the last. Just make sure all the comments were covered. So I don't even want to touch Toy Story video games. I just want to do a compilation of the music, because for some reason all the soundtracks are bangers.
Toy Story 2 is a legitimately great platformer.
Yep. Kenneth Lloyd said, also unsure that Robbie Ray is the only one in the multiverse. There's an MCU Robbie as part of the multiverse, and 2 different video game Robbies. I don't know what Jason Aaron was on, and I would love to interview him one day just to grill him about it. Just an honest answer. If someone wants to contact Jason Aaron and say, this guy's talking trash, I'm like, I'm not talking trash. I just have a lot of questions. Also, I didn't like his Avengers run. Anyway, I think we're good. Gumball's also not something I've seen. I've watched like a dozen episodes of Gumball, but I've never.
I mean, it's not really viewing. Just watch the show, watch the 2 shows,
Yeah.
and that's it.
I mentioned the DVD set last week because somebody else mentioned the DVD set.
Mm-hmm.
So that's how that goes. Guess who forgot to put the thumbnails in for the reviews? The guy who was yapping about Aztec in a video again. Yeah, that's me.
So you guys want to hear about the secret 4th Wolverine movie?
We're gonna start with Maul first. No.
Okay.
Don't want to start with Maul. I don't want to start with the sheep.
Talk about Maul. It'll be faster.
Maul will go faster. So Maul Mondays is over. I watched the last 2 episodes last week. I have to tell you guys.
Man, Maul Mondays, the Devil Tuesdays, and Vince Wednesdays are all
and Monarch Fridays, which was
Monarch
just
Fridays,
me,
man.
but
man, it's kind of sad.
Yep.
Sad.
But it's kind of sad. We're like, I think the Punisher specials tomorrow. That might be good, maybe.
Well, I mean, that's your DLC.
It's DLC for Daredevil. I didn't ask my parents if they actually wanted to watch it. I showed them the trailer and they got like no reaction. So I'm like, I'm watching that on my own. Anyways, I guess I should mention Daredevil as well. I just have made a big deal of Maul Mondays. So, all right, quick thoughts on Daredevil. That was probably the best season of Daredevil since season 3 of the original show.
Is it absolute cinema? Is what the kids say?
Absolute cinema. The pacing was a little hectic. I felt like we could have maybe used an extra episode to just kind of space it out a little bit. But my goodness, that was the greatest finale I've seen on a Marvel show in a long time. And that was such a great season of television that course-corrected every problem with season 1 of Born Again while also bringing in what worked of the original show. And I cannot wait for season 3 of Born Again. It made me so excited. And I'm so glad they already had season 3 renewed so that the end of season 2 can just set up season 3 instead of just being like a weird cut and it's like, oh, hey, go watch season 3. Like, it sets it up. I thought the finale for Daredevil was fantastic. Muteki mentioned the 1-man versus, or the 100 men versus 1 gorilla equation.
Yes.
We have an answer to that now. Kingpin had a hallway fight in the finale. So if you want to know how 100 men versus 1 gorilla would go watch the Kingpin hallway fight.
The biggest question I have now is so because in what episode didn't they actually have one of the Daredevil like premiere editions in the actual episode?
Yes, they did. They had the one that Charlie Cox did the introduction for.
So here's the biggest question: is that in universe fan fiction?
According to the She-Hulk show, those are real accounts of real cases put into comic book form.
Okay.
Velikman says, I have one complaint, which I will agree with. I wish there was more Jessica Jones. Kind of fooled into thinking she'd be all season long, and it took too many episodes for her to show up, and it was only a few. Apparently, that was a scheduling problem with Kristen Ritter. She wasn't as available as they wanted her to be, and so she's only in the last 3 episodes, and she doesn't get a ton of screen time, but they set her up to have a bigger part next season, and I believe she's a series regular for next season. She was just a special guest star this season.
Look, she was dealing with space hedgehogs.
Exactly.
Space hedgehogs before.
I actually don't know what she was filming while Daredevil was filming, because the show filmed last year. So, anyways, I did think we did need more Jessica Jones, but I think season 3 is going to deliver on that. And I'm very excited about season 3 for Daredevil. I'm also very excited for season 2 of Maul Shadow Lord.
Oh, it's actually gonna be more. I thought it was gonna be a 1 season.
Yeah, I thought so too, but they actually already renewed it for season 2 and said it's not going to be that long of a wait. And I'm so glad it is, because oh my god, if this show had been a miniseries, I feel like they would have crammed it a little too much. There are characters in this show that lived way longer than I thought they were going to, and I'm not going to spoil anything, but if you start watching the show, you're like, that guy's probably going to die in a dramatic moment like midway through the season. No, they save all of it for the end.
I figured, where do you put Maul on the tier list? It was S.
It was S. I ain't moving it. It deserves to be right there next to Empire and Andor. Like, right there where it was.
But I'm guessing season 2 would be the big deciding point if this goes above those 2. I'm assuming.
Because if they can keep the momentum going, oh my god. This show is gorgeous. This show is incredible. It is so, like... I'll just say, yeah, Maul versus Vader. That was they were posting that on the official channels. the Vader stuff in this is like the best Vader stuff I've ever seen. I was so happy, and there was one character death.
What's the meme? What's the meme with Michael Caine's like? But it's like literally Maul's like Darth Vader's the scariest
This
man
guy
I've ever met in my life.
Yes, it's so good. And the thing is, keeping Vader silent in this meant that he was just a horror movie monster, and I think that was just so great. The emotional beats for characters, for there's one character death that devastated me so much that I had to pause the show, which just doesn't happen usually. I kind of just work with it and move on.
Wait, no, it was literally silent. I think the only you get is the breathing sounds, right?
Yes.
For Vader.
You only get the breathing sounds for Vader, and on top of this, he breathes strategically to attack people.
he's breathing, so he's not using it. It's a fear tactic now.
Yep. And you never hear a single word out of him, but they do so much there's so much great animation work that you can see, like when Vader's frustrated at the situation, it's in his body language entirely. But he has no reason to talk to any of these people, so he doesn't. And I love it. I love it. I love it. If you haven't seen the show, absolutely top recommended.
Delby's mentioned that's the fact that Vader turns his breathing equipment just to get a jump. Find a book. That's one.
That's a book detail they put into the show. It was great. AR says, can one watch Maul Shadow without having seen the other animated shows? Technically, yes, but you should see the Maul episodes of Clone Wars because it adds more context. You got to see Maul rising from the flames and then getting taken down so he can rise from the flames again. It's his whole character. There's a character in Greek mythology. It's the guy pushing the boulder up the hill, and every time he almost gets there, the boulder rolls down and he has to start over again. That's Maul. Maul's the boulder guy. Sam Witwer is the voice of Maul and the consulting producer because he knows this character inside and out, and it shows in the final work. It's an incredibly tight 10-episode season with the most gorgeous animation I've ever seen in Star Wars. And it also features my favorite Star Wars character. And the thing is, I got the reviews to back it up. It's not just me glazing the show. It is that damn good. And I'm so sad that I don't have 2 more episodes of Maul to watch tonight. it's like I'm gonna be in withdrawals. I just have to watch. I just get to watch Digimon Beat Break instead. That's not a bad thing. I love Beat Break.
Do you like our Batwing Digimon?
Yeah, I do love Digimon. So the thing is, everybody's talking about what to watch before Maul. You can find out Friday, because actually
this Friday.
It's in the guide. When I'm talking about these shows in the guide, this is a little preview for the video. For example, when I get to Maul Shadow Lord, I'm going to be like, here's what Maul Shadow Lord's about. If you want to watch this, here's your prior viewing. It's going to sound like homework, but Star Wars is kind of the homework franchise. So I'm going to tell you which episodes of Clone Wars to watch, which episodes of this to watch, what episodes of that to watch. So that way, you can go into these things and go, cool, and you can just watch it, right? Like, because there's some things that you don't need to have any prior watching. I am going to tell everybody at the top of the video, I expect you to watch all 9-episode movies, because everything spins out of those. So as long as you've seen those 9 movies, your prior viewing for most things is covered. And then from there, I will say, there's like Mandalorian. I'm like, you should probably watch Clone Wars. You don't have to, but you might want to. So I've got it very detailed out as well. And I'm very excited. So there is a 2nd season coming. I think it's already been in production and it maybe comes next year. I don't think it's coming this year because we still got an Ahsoka season to have come out.
It'll be faster than all the Marvel cartoons currently right now.
Disney Plus is making an initiative to try to make annual seasons a thing for all their shows. According to Marvel's TV guy, he says they're going to start putting out a season of X-Men and Spider-Man every year.
Which is good.
It's good. We'll see how it goes. But Maul, highly recommended. Like I said, if you guys want the full notes, it'll be on the viewing guide on Friday. But if you just Google which episodes are Maul in Clone Wars, you'll get the answer that way.
you ever did Disney greenlit X-Men 97 to compete with Invincible?
Yes.
Because I was thinking about that. I was just thinking about that when I was watching Invincible. I was like, I wonder if they greenlit 97 so they could have some competition with Amazon. with their
Considering that
anime
that
studio.
show skews more adult than most of the Marvel shows, it's probably it too. X-Men 97 is more mature than like Wonder Man or even Ironheart, but definitely more mature than like What If or Spider-Man was. So
Yeah.
yeah, Invincible is planned to be yearly from here on out.
Those 4 animators.
Speaking of animators, guys, I think I watched the best movie of the year, and it's called The Sheep Detectives. So
So now just told me this. If you didn't know, do you know that Tyson Hess, the guy that helped redesign Movie Sonic, work on this movie? 'Cause I did it.
he's the lead animation producer. There was a clip. If you go on YouTube and you search Sheep Detectives crossing, I think it's called Crossing the Road. If you watch that clip, you'll see how brilliant this movie is.
So this is the secret 4th Wolverine movie?
It's like the secret 4th Wolverine movie that made me more emotional than Logan did. This movie got like a crazy high Rotten Tomatoes score, and everybody's like, "Really?" I was like, "I thought it would be good. I didn't expect it to be like really good, but it actually is really good."
Absolute cinema.
It is. The thing about this movie, because I don't want to spoil it, but the basic setup is that
What's your sale pitch for this movie?
I guess I'll
pitch?
use the sales pitch, the same sales pitch that they used for the movie, which is the plot of this movie is that there's these sheep, and their shepherd gets murdered, and their shepherd had been reading. He's been reading murder mystery novels to them every night. So
and the sheep herds played by Hugh Jackman.
Yeah, so it's Hugh Jackman, and so then he gets murdered, and the sheep are like, "We've got to solve the mystery of how he was murdered." Because we know how to solve murders, we've been listening to all the stories. And so they use their knowledge of murder mystery novels to kind of push the humans into figuring out and solving the murder.
I play enough Ace Attorney games to know how the law system works in an area like that.
Exactly. But the fun part is when the fictional thing runs up against reality and makes things harder for the sheep to figure out. And also when you realize that life imitates art. Life imitates art is like a core theme of this as well. The cast is stacked on this because this is like an incredibly like well thought out
who's
movie.
who's on the poster there? We got Hugh Jackman,
Emma Thompson,
Nicholas
Galzenti. This was the funniest whiplash I got because I saw the He-Man trailer played right before the movie, and then I see him playing this like reporter, like in the movie.
Why did that just add?
I know. It was Adam in glasses. I sent you the clip, Ryan, so you could see it. But it's stacked. The voice cast is stacked. Like Julia Louis-Dreyfus is there. Hong Chow, Bryan Cranston, Regina Hall, Patrick Stewart, Brett Goldstein, Rhys Darby, Bella Ramsey. I think Bryan Cranston as well. And then also this lady here in the red sweater was in The Bear, and it took me like half the movie to figure out where I'd seen her before. And I was like, oh, she was in The Bear.
Wow, you weren't joking. The animation is really good on the sheep.
Like the sheep are done realistically, but they express and emote.
Yeah, it's not like the live quote unquote live action Lion King films where they look like dead souls. They actually express like actual animals do.
Exactly, they're very expressive, and they have they're very funny like comedy beats in this. And it's also like really emotionally touching at the same time. I think that's kind of like the thing that movies are supposed to do, right? They're supposed to resonate with you emotionally, as well as entertain you. And I think this is just a perfect example of it. It's the first 5-star review I've given on Letterboxd this year because it's the first one that I felt completely like. I think Project Hail Mary got close to doing that, but this one just really it elevated itself above what the material was, because this could have been just a dumb little movie about sheep investigating a murder, but it actually was like emotionally resonant, really well made, really fun animation.
Nice to see Bryan Cranston going back to his voice roles days.
Yeah.
He's voiced one of the sheep.
He's great in this. I just really, really liked it. There's a bunch of stuff I'd love to talk about, but it's spoilers, and I don't want to spoil it because I didn't know it going in,
I,
and it made my
I love
experience better. But
I love looking at Patrick Stewart's
yeah,
voice credit. The last voice credit he did before this movie, because he plays one of the Shiba. So for Patrick Stewart's last voice credit was the poop emoji, the emoji movie.
that's so fun. Yeah, and so that's the thing is I think also like you got the celebrity cast, but the celebrity cast does such a great job. It doesn't feel like you're hearing a celebrity cast. It's one of those. I just really liked it. I can highly recommend it. It is an Amazon MGM movie, so if you don't catch it in theaters, it will be on Prime Video.
Yeah, eventually it'll be on Prime Video.
Yeah, eventually be on Prime Video. But I gotta tell you, outside of Mercy, I've enjoyed every Amazon MGM movie this year so far.
They make some good stuff. Like, they make good stuff, honestly.
It feels like Apple TV, where the creatives are just they're just signed a blank check, and they're just like, go make content for our service, and then they don't come back and give them a ton of notes.
And just more people see them because more people have Amazon Prime, because Amazon Prime Video is a bonus to Amazon Prime.
Plus they put them in theaters now, right? Because all the Amazon MGM movies I've watched this year, I've not watched any of them on Prime. I've watched all of them in theaters. I saw Mercy in theaters, saw Crime 101 in theaters. I saw Project Hail Mary in theaters, saw this in theaters. I'm seeing Masters in theaters. So
Ultraman really got the butt stick at the end of the butt stick. I guess to be the only one streaming only. Also, I know that you played with the Digimon, but that bomb was being set off. I was like, oh god.
You guys want to hear something horrifying? The training sound. The training beeps are the most horrifying thing.
Oh, there you go.
My mom thought I started up a defibrillator. Anyways, yeah. So I'm excited about Motu as well. I got my Masters of the Universe tickets. I'm seeing it in Screen X because it's the most premium format that's available. Because I think Mando still has the IMAX. So. Yeah.
Dizzy's like, damn it, we should put it on a medium Infinity Vision.
Arrowverse says, think this came out the week after Devil Wears Prada 2, which is still dominating the box office second week in a row. Everybody underestimated Devil Wears Prada 2, and I was like, that's going to be a hot movie of the summer, and I was right. It's already made more money than every Marvel movie from last year. Like 2 weeks. But also, Devil Wears Prada 2 is great, but the thing I think that helps Sheep Detectives is it's going to Prime Video, so a lot of people are going to watch it. Veloquince asks, how's Michael doing in the box office? Michael is the highest grossing music biopic of all time. It surpassed Bohemian Rhapsody like yesterday.
If only Better Man we live in the world with Better Man.
If only people weren't turned off by a monkey. Also, probably if that movie wasn't an incredibly hard R. There is a benefit that Michael Jackson is making a ton of money because it's a PG-13 that, everybody could go see. Better Man's like cocaine.
And a lot of bad words.
It's funny because it's like you watch Better Man and you don't know anything about Robbie Williams. You're like, wow, that's a lot of swearing. And then it's like, then you learn about Robbie Williams. You're like, oh, that's just him on a normal day. I'm like, if there wasn't a ton of swearing, it wouldn't be a Robbie Williams movie. Anyways, Better Man always has its day because every time somebody talks about biopics being disappointing, somebody brings up Better Man and somebody else watches it.
The world heals.
It's a world heal. Yeah. Veloquince says, well, not every musician can be turned into a monkey for their biopics. In fact, it'd be very frowned upon for most. I did see a very unfortunate tweet someone made that they didn't realize the context. And they got told and they apologized, but they said, because like every time, like when the Bruce Springsteen movie came around, everyone's like, this would be more interesting if he was played by a monkey. And the Beatles biopics like, it should have been 4 monkeys. And then Michael Jackson came around, someone's like, he should be played by a monkey, and everybody's like, no.
And it's like, yeah.
Jay Telebeat with Soundout brings out Better Man bingo card checked. Yeah, you guys can make bingo cards for my streams. I'm going to be mentioning Better Man and Aztec, at least Aztec for like the next month, but Better Man anytime I can. All right, let's talk about Blu-rays, or at least one. I've been kind of perusing Blu-ray news. It's been kind of light lately. I don't have much to say. Disney's putting out Hamilton on 4K, like the
What?
Broadway
Okay.
musical, and I'm like, cool. Sign of life from Disney Home Video. Media Blasters made an announcement at the end of a YouTube video where they said they're releasing Lady Battle Cop. That's cool.
That's cool.
That's Japanese knockoff RoboCop, but woman, and I like it. So it's also perfect Media
it's,
Blasters.
it's that super highly niche thing that they're really good at.
Yeah. And then Warner Archive June releases include Last Summer, Pretty Maids All in a Row, Start the Revolution Without Me, Come Live With Me, Night and Day, 30 Seconds Over Tokyo, Strange Carnal, Rosemary, Letty Lighten, and Dastardly and Muttley in the Flying Machine, which is a series I didn't know existed. I didn't know Wacky Races got a spinoff.
Well, of course they will get especially with these two.
Yeah, like these are the best two. So,
fun fact: you guys don't know Wacky Races is really popular in Japan, surprisingly.
Yep. So, is it the reason that Speed Racer exists?
I won't be surprised.
Yeah.
Nice.
I feel like they're linked in some way. Jay Delabeat says more musical pro shots for Blu-rays, please. I agree, and I also agree where everyone is like, like Mario Man says, cool, we're getting Hamilton. I'm still waiting for my Andor season 2 4K. Yeah, like I'm still gonna buy Hamilton, but if you put a gun to my head and said which Blu-ray you want from Disney, I'm gonna shout Andor or Maul Shadow Lord.
I do love that. Thanks to the release, I've been seeing more people talk about Speed Racer on the timeline.
I wish that got like a full theatrical release and not just limited. All right, Wacky Races came out in 1968. When did Mach Go 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 come out? Let's find
Mach Go Go Go, Mach
out.
Go Go,
Mach Go Go. That's 1997 series. Oh yeah, Speed Racer does predate. It was April 1967. So yeah. Wait, is that why Japan loves Wacky Races? Because it's westernized Speed Racer without the violence.
Are you sure? There's some they get crazy in Wacky Races with cartoon violence.
It's true, but they don't decapitate anybody.
Yeah, true.
The Minions decapitate people. Did anyone see the recent Minions trailer where they decapitated like I don't know Henry VIII or something? I was like,
yeah,
I can't believe it. I'm genuinely excited for the next Minions movie.
Also, thank you for the $2, Toma. Hello, I'm excited for the Ultraman Day cast. We'll get to them later.
Yep.
We had that as one of the news articles.
It's actually coming up pretty soon. We don't have too much. That was it for Blu-ray news. Got nothing else, guys.
KMX.
Yep. What?
Valid quits.
What do you mean the Minions decapitate people? Look, the Minions are supposed to go and follow whoever's the most evil person in the world. Of course they do decapitations. The funny part is this one was accidental.
For once.
Yeah. I have not. I need to. I don't remember if I've seen the first two Minions movies. I've seen all the Despicable Me's. And every one of them, every time I go to see one, I'm like, I look forward to seeing it, but I'm not like hyped, right? But like Minions and Monsters is like they're in old school Hollywood and they want to make a monster movie and they end up summoning Cthulhu. And I'm just like, let's go. That sounds like my kind of movie.
Okay, I feel like that short humored and like okay, I think I see the vision. So,
yeah, I was like, this movie's gonna be crazy. So I'm very excited about it. Yeah, they did say the Minions were all frozen from 1920 to 1980, but this is like 1920s Hollywood. Charlie Chaplin's there. Ooh, they're probably gonna make a Hitler joke. They're gonna think
like
are they gonna think Charlie Chaplin's Hitler?
Is this gonna be the case where like how in the MCU Josh Gad is MIA?
Yes. And also apparently Seth Rogen died on The Boys. I don't know. I just saw everybody going, they had to replace Al in the Alien's voice because Homelander got him or something. I was like, I don't call it Boys.
I mean, people talking about that. I was wondering, what's the joke?
I saw a clip where Seth Rogen was in The Boys, and I just assume he died. Seth Rogen and Prime Earth Seth Rogen's fine. The Boys universe Seth Rogen apparently not so much.
Yeah, they had to get his voice acted replaced.
Yeah. Okay, Muteki confirms, yes, he did die on The Boys. Well, rest in peace, Boys universe Seth Rogen. I also saw they had a Supernatural reunion.
He joins Josh Gad in Wonder Man when actors die in their superhero
Yeah.
universe. Invincible. We now need to see Invincible kill one celebrity in their universe now.
Yeah. Oh, Mr. Yu says at the end of the Kingsman where they introduce Hitler in an MCU style post credit scene.
No, wait. Wait, no,
I saw
no,
that. I saw that
no,
clip.
wait,
I didn't see that movie, but I saw that clip and it made me laugh.
no, wait, according to the social media, they might already did. Wait, what's the Price is Right host Steve Harvey? Is that his name?
No, Price is Right is Drew Carey.
Wait, who's the
Steve
one?
Harvey.
What's the one?
Steve
What's
Harvey's
the
the
one
Family
future
Feud
might?
guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, Steve Harvey's on like 6 daytime shows at once. I don't know where he finds the time. Yeah, that one Viltrumite that looks like Steve Harvey just is Steve Harvey
Yeah,
in that universe.
yeah. He kills the they killed the Invincible universe. Steve Harvey replaced himself with
Yeah.
Steve.
I do need to watch the Kingsman movies for one very oddly specific reason.
Is it the Elton John scene?
No, it's that like I think like 2 of the movies have ending credits songs done by Take That. And I've heard the songs and I'm like, how do these play at the end of Kingsman movies? This doesn't make any sense.
I don't think you haven't seen the Kingsman movie. They feel like up your alley.
They are. It's just like John Wick. I bought the John Wick collection so I can finally watch them. I got it 2 weeks ago. I haven't watched a single one yet, but it's on the list. I also have been busy with Maul Mondays and Daredevil Tuesdays and Monarch Fridays and Invincible Wednesdays. I haven't had time to watch movies. Hey, should we talk about comic books? Let's talk about comic books.
Yeah, other yap section.
Another yap session. It's not a major yap session this time. Actually, I put this first one in. I need to talk about creator-owned comics more. All right, that's my goal of this year is to talk about creator-owned comics more. So, I'm gonna talk about creator-owned comics. Sean Gordon Murphy, who I think most people know best from the Batman White Knight universe, being the writer and artist, he's doing a creator-owned book called The Last Driver, which is his tribute to cars, because he's a big car guy. This is his car. It's
No, but if it's the vehicle cars, not the DC
not the movie car, no, but the vehicles. And it's gonna. So basically, the premise of this comic is that the way he's got it kind of figured out is that he's thinking about a future, like a cyberpunk future dystopian world.
I told you, I thought you meant the movie cars.
Yeah, sorry guys, I forget that franchise exists, even though I love the theme park land. It's like how I always have to specify DC Comics superhero ice. So
fire.
So basically, the premise behind this comic is that it's a cyberpunk future world. And what would happen?
So that's how they get you.
That's always good. But also, like Sean Gordon Murphy, one of his early works was Tokyo Ghost, which was all cyberpunk. So it's in his wheelhouse too. But the idea is like, what happens to classic cars and famous movie cars in the future, where everything is more technologically advanced? Because obviously, somebody's going to keep old cars around, just like we do nowadays. And that's like the premise of the book. And the other cool thing that he's doing is the entire book will be in landscape format. So all the pages,
like a webtoon comic or something like that.
Well, no, because webtoon's going to be in portrait, whereas this will be landscape, right? So everything's going to be horizontal, which means you have pages like this, but then the 2-page spreads are going to be like looking at an IMAX screen almost, as it'll like spread across. And I think that sounds awesome.
Oh wait, they get the whole like an old car magazine. Then.
Yeah,
aren't they usually like that? Then
yeah, a lot of car magazines were like that. And so it goes through this like the preview pages we got is like kind of like how it goes to like the initial Civil War, and then it has a speculative second Civil War that was fought entirely online, which feels incredibly relevant. And then it goes into like and then there's these street races with these classic cars going on. And I just think this sounds awesome. Yeah, it'd be kind of like a calendar. Yeah, Cutter lost the comic. Yeah, get it in singles, everybody. Actually, it should, maybe when they do the collected edition, it should be like bound with a spiral bound so that the pages can fully breathe. But like, I think this sounds awesome. I think it sounds awesome. His art is amazing, and I'm very looking forward to it.
Wait versus the president about like we first about to talk about the present, the premise, and you're talking about like old cars in the future. I don't know why my brain thought like, oh, is this gonna be when is Herbie fighting because serial killer you always want them meant to be?
Oh my god, the Herbie serial killer premise. That would be so much fun. Yeah. So, anyways, I think it sounds great. All right, back to our cape shit we all love and hold dear. Superman comics are doing a crossover for the first time in quite a while. I can't think of the last time we've had a Superman crossover.
Its last one was House of Brainiac, which was like the beginning of Dawn of DC.
Yeah.
And stuff like that. So it's been a bit since we have a big super event book.
Yeah, so it's been a minute, and we're gonna do a Zod themed event.
Because they've been leading up to Zod.
Yeah.
Because they've been leading up to Zod in the book. I really need to catch up. But I remember they were really heavily teasing. But like I think they were teasing Zod, but then all the DC chaos stuff got like in the way of it and stuff like that.
And then we did Reign of the Superboys, and this is coming right after.
So it's nice that Joshua Boy is like, finally, I can tell my Zod story finally, it feels like.
Yeah. And so we got Supergirl 16 where it kicks off, then it goes into Action Comics 1001 or 1101. And then it'll go into Superman Unlimited 16, Superman 41, and then it'll have a new chapter with all of them in September. So it's going to be a 2-month crossover from August to September with all the books leading into it.
Yeah, House of Brainiac was like that also. Man, I'm surprised Superman Unlimited to go. I thought it was going to be like a limited series when
I thought so too. In my mind, it's a limited series because I stopped reading it. Just at some point, I was like, I just don't care anymore. I just stopped reading it. And then they were like, hey, look, Kid John Kent's back. I'm like, oh, maybe I'll read this. And then I was like, I'm good. It's kind of like I don't like the current Supergirl run. Not because it's bad or anything. It's just, it's very Silver Age Supergirl, and it's just not my jam. It's just not my jam. So, but I will probably read those issues of this crossover because I still am reading Superman in Action. So, and look, Natasha Steele is here. I haven't seen her in a little while. I think since Steelworks, I don't think we've seen Natasha. So, yeah, Superman's back, Muteki. This is after he's been gone for a bit.
Of course he's going to come back. He just went out the milk.
It seems like he's going to come back and Zod's chasing him is kind of the vibe I'm getting. That he's like, he comes back and he's like, Zod's on the way! Ah! Everybody panic. So, that looks fun. I like crossovers. I like crossovers like this. Like people, I always am complaining about event comics, right?
I don't count these as event comics, really. Anybody who counts this, like I remember people count like House of Brainiac as an event comic. That wasn't an event comic.
It's like Failsafe and House of Brainiac are like crossover stories within Batman and Superman families that lead into an event, which is Absolute Power, but they're not events themselves. They're just crossovers. Because I think because Marvel does crossovers like events, people have forgotten that crossovers used to happen where it was just like, and for these 2 months, these 2 books will cross over and appear in each other's books. And it's like, you get a 6-issue trade, and it's like, there's the entire crossover event. As opposed to like, here's your 42 tie-ins. Like, this is how crossover events used to be done. And I like them. I like them when they're like this. I like when characters can just pop over to a book and do stuff. So
I mean, they already did that already.
Yeah.
Already in the super book, so it's just more of a bigger event story is what they're doing here.
Velocman says, who is the Batman with the Mando armor on the bottom right of this key art? This one? I don't know.
The one that...
There's like several of them. There's like a whole army of them. I'm just realizing there's like a team of them. There's 5, 6 of them. They might be part of Zod's group.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, current Superman book is making me like Superboy Prime. I don't know what's happening.
Joshua Williams finds a way to make characters you don't like, you make them likable.
Yep. All right, next story.
Joshua Williams still doing that Legion book, or
he is. They just haven't put a date on it yet.
Okay.
It's just coming in. All right. Peter and MJ may never get back together, but Mary Jane gets a 60 years anniversary special, which I think is nice.
That's nice.
I don't have anything else to add to this. It's just nice.
I
hope she gets to be a character in this, and not somebody else's plot device.
I find it funny that they don't include Venom, her current Venom stuff, in any of these artwork.
Probably because Venom is the character, and Mary Jane's along for the ride. I do like this cover with like Spider-Man and Ock fighting in the background, blurred. It's like that image It's like that meme image that from Tumblr where it's like, oh, hanging out at the pool. Your friend is
Is he
drowning. This isn't about
drowning?
them.
I know him. Yep.
That's what
Uh,
this looks like to me.
I love. My favorite thing is I remember like I think it was Pointless. I was reading Ditko Steve Stanley era Spider-Man, and like
Mm.
he talked about oh yeah MJ had like that brain rot back in the 60s because she
Oh,
had that she was speaking all that 60s 70s
where she has
slang.
the entire sentence that's just 100% slang.
Yeah.
Yep. Hey, look, synergy. There's another Hulk and Spider-Man crossover comic. We already got one of these, but they're like, let's do another. And I'm like, guys, chill it with the synergy books.
They really must say this is the most synergy I've seen for MCU thing. It's even weird
Two,
'cause it's not
two
even
Punisher comics, 2 Hulk comics, and 2 Spider-Man. There's 6 books that are synergized to this movie.
It's even weird because it's not even like, oh, it's a movie tie-in book. No, these are just, just 616 misadventure books, pretty much.
Yep.
It's like, okay.
And then let's talk about the big comic news of the week, which is that Marvel is launching a new universe called the Midnight Universe. Because they killed the Ultimate Universe and regret it because they're watching Absolute Universe dominate the sales.
I say it was like I don't trust this. I've been burned too many times.
I'm not going to trust this for a couple reasons. One, just like Ultimate Universe, they're launching with Jonathan Hickman as the creative lead.
Stop dangling that hook in front of that man.
I'm also like, all right, Ultimate died after 2 years. Technically, it's built into the story. Okay, whatever. Imperial got kneecapped so bad that I'm kind of still burned from that, considering Imperial's not even out the door yet. We still got a couple more issues of Imperial Guardians to come out, right? And then now we're getting a new universe, and this new universe is called, it's called the Midnight Universe, because it's a horror-inspired alternate universe, which sounds like a good idea. Unfortunately, I don't like anything about it.
I don't mind the idea, but I just have no interest in the premises. They'd say.
Yeah, let's talk about. I want to go through this article a little bit, because we are getting 3 books to launch: Midnight X-Men, Midnight Fantastic Four, and Midnight Spider-Man. I will say, I like all the creators on these: Jonathan Hickman, Matteo Delafonte, Benjamin Percy, Kev Walker, Philip K. Johnson, and Ski Trunk. Those are all great people, great artists, great writers. But just because you have great writers and artists doesn't mean you have a good book. I read current X-Men still, unfortunately. So
I thought you stopped.
I narrowed myself down to just reading Uncanny because of Gail Simone.
I see Stockholm Syndrome. Yep. I see.
Also because they're like Werewolf by Night showing up, and I'm like, okay.
That's your bait. That's the bait.
Hey Ryan. Hey Ryan. Guess what? Guess who shows up at the end of issue 23 of Uncanny X-Men? Elsa Bloodstone.
Well, it would have been nice. She would be there.
Yeah, and they brought Marvel's Frankenstein and Mummy back from the 70s. I'm like, Gail, I appreciate this because this book is not working for me, but at least this is fun.
Can Gail just write her own Midnight Suns or whatever team you want to have? Werewolf, Elsa, and Frankenstein.
That would be so fun.
Also, I'm more surprised. I think this is Gail Simone's first time writing Elsa. I feel like that's a character she wrote like.
I thought so too, because I was like, was she never showed up in the Domino series, which I think would have been a perfect place for Elsa. Anyways, Gail Simone makes that book work, and what I do is when I read it, I pretend the other X-Men books aren't happening at the same time, and then I can kind of go, yeah, sure, this is fine. The Wolverine comic sucks, though. I'm having trouble. Like,
wow.
Do you know how bad the Wolverine comic is right now? No disrespect to Solid and Ahmed. I know you can do good work, but I was reading issue 15 on Marvel Unlimited. I got 3 pages in, got distracted, bought audio dramas for Doctor Who, researched the entire Doctor Who Circuit Breaker event, made myself a checklist of notes of where and when things are up for pre-order and where they're available. Then went back to the Wolverine comic about an hour and a half later.
You got distracted. That squirrel was very interesting.
Hold my attention in a Wolverine comic, and I went looking into Doctor Who instead.
That squirrel was very inviting.
And part of my problem is that the Wolverine comic was going in a direction, Age of Revelation happened, and then it came back, and they just started a new storyline instead of continuing the one that they left off with at Age of Revelation. So I think my entire interest is dead. Because I was like, why did I read the previous 13 issues if this is just going to be a completely different book after this dumb event?
Evolution, revolution.
Yep. Yeah, Mr. Dick says, I do like the new kids in Uncanny X-Men, but I already know they'll be dropping when a new writer shows up. Exactly how I feel every time they introduce new mutants. I'm like, you actually going to stick with these, Marvel? And they never do. They never
Everything
do.
you mentioned, drop the kids. Yeah, I was joking with the eggs. I actually dropped one.
Oh, I was playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse last week. This is how little interest I have in Midnight Universe, you can tell. I'll get back to it, I promise. I was playing Dragon Ball Xenoverse, and I was trying to get my God ranking, and at the end of the God ranking test is Gotenks, and he kept hitting me with the Ghost Kamikazes, and I didn't have enough stamina bar to teleport around them, so I was training, I finally did it, and I was on my 17th try of this mission. I was like, I gotta beat Gotenks. And so I beat Gotenks, and I finally just shout out, I beat the child! And everybody was concerned of what the hell the context was. It was Gotenks. I fought Gotenks.
That's why you need a stream. That's why you need a stream. You play this game.
I will say that I think if I do stream, I'm going to get demonetized.
No, what you should do is Spanish.
Second channel. Second channel just for streams, just to be safe.
I mean, it's the safest thing to do. It's so you don't have the game stuff interrupt your main algorithm, blah blah blahs and stuff. It's probably the best thing to do right now.
No, definitely.
Last tangent, but have you played the Blood Hunt mode in Rivals? Because my god, that mode's insane.
I love
played
it
recently.
Plague Moon Knight's the goat of that mode.
I know. I play. That's what I play as. And guys, I just love because I was playing a game with my partner, and there was a team. He was Squirrel Girl, and I was Moon Knight, and 2 other people were Moon Knight. So we had a squad of 3 Moon Knights, and all you hear is the Moon Knight.
I also figured out if you have multiple Moon Knights, your onks, you can react to anybody's onk. So if everybody just strategically puts onks all over the field, you just throw one. You throw one shot and just ricochets over everything. It's
it killed so many vampires. It killed so many vampires.
And it's fun too because I got the Hellfire Gala skin for Moon Knight, so he's just running around in fancy clothes, but just killing vampires. It's great. It's much better than that. Oh god, that Avengers versus Loki mode is so terrible.
It's kind of undercooked, to be honest. I thought it'd be a lot more. But
it really gives me the vibe the developers didn't want to make it.
Well, yeah, because it's tied to Doomsday.
Yeah. Every time they do a synergy thing, it sucks, and that's how you know the devs are comic fans.
Unless it's the zombie event.
Yeah. All right, last tangent, and we'll get back to the news. Ace said, "Are you reading Fraction's Batman run?" I am. It's great. I really like it. I hope the ending doesn't get fumbled because I've been catching up on Batman comics. And I did not finish Tom King's run because I don't like Tom King. I'm not reading 80 issues of him. But I read Tynian's run, and the ending was undercooked and rushed. I read Williamson's run, and it was undercooked and rushed. And I read Zdarsky's run when it was coming out, and the ending was undercooked and rushed. So I'm hoping Fraction can actually just end it on his own terms because it hasn't happened. Because Tom King was also cut short as well. So I'm really hoping they just let Fraction cook, and then when he's done is when it's done. Because I really like it.
It's so weird that keeps happening. I don't know what's up with DC.
It doesn't happen at Detective. Detective comics, they all end naturally, but Batman, they keep cutting it short. It's very strange. But all right, back to Marvel Midnight. So each series is part of a shared world with creators given the freedom to push these characters into far more unsettling territory. In this universe, the X-Men are long fighting for acceptance, the Fantastic Four discoveries lead to horror, and Spider-Man's powers come with a monstrous cost. Guys, those are literally 3 stories that have already played out in the 616.
I say, hello, Man Spider.
Hello, Man Spider. Hello, Krakoa. Hello, literally half the Fantastic Four stories.
I say, what was the description in the Fantastic Four again?
We will get to it. All right. This is the funny part because C.B. Belusky, the current editor-in-chief at Marvel, who I must remind everybody pretended to be Japanese to break into the industry, I have to remind you
Oh,
guys about this.
there's a great video about that. You really want to know
Yes.
more about that?
All right. So his quote says, "From the original New Universe to two Ultimate Universes, Marvel has a long history of creating and inspiring bold worlds filled with unbelievable characters and fresh ideas that feel new yet recognizable at the same time." Guys, wasn't New Universe such a failure that Jim Shooter basically lost his job over it?
Wait, can you say that quote again about what was the first half of that quote again?
From the original Universe to the two Ultimate Universes, one which Marvel killed even though it was successful because that was their plan, and the other one which died after losing steam. Marvel has a history of creating inspiring, bold worlds filled with unforgettable characters and fresh ideas.
Yeah, you do, but you keep undercooking them,
Yes.
undercooking them.
Not to mention, they say fresh ideas that feel new yet recognizable at the same time. I'm going to tell you about all these comics and how they have already existed. So let's get to it. Midnight X-Men, which apparently all these are going to have these covers where they're like die-cut gatefold covers, so you can like fold it out, right? And you can see the image beneath. All right. In Midnight X-Men, vampires and mutants exist in a fragile balance as tensions rise towards war. Hickman, returning to the franchise, said, "I'm so enthusiastic about the product. It's the most excited I've been in years." He says that about every single project he does, so I kind of don't believe him. No disrespect to Jonathan Hickman. He's just typing up his own work.
I really wonder. I just wonder if Hickman gets really good pay in Marvel. Why to keep why he's still around? Because I feel like I would have get frustrated. All my stuff gets canceled all the time, but they had to keep. They must keep paying him good money to let him stay because I'll be frustrated at that point. They keep undercooking my stuff.
Yep. All right, the conceit of Midnight X-Men aligns perfectly with the kinds of stories I like to tell as a rich, open-ended mythology that equally mixes old and new ideas into something that feels both familiar and original. Yes, Hickman is a really good world builder. All right, so as Ace said in the comments, and I think other people mentioned it too, let's go Curse of the Mutants 2. Yeah, this is Curse of the Mutants, but just as a full comic. Bloodstorm got a Marvel Legends. Storm as a Vampire is a concept that dates back to Claremont days. You show Storm as a vampire on the cover, and I'm like, okay, we've done this already.
I just got a toy of her.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Nuki, good point. They did ignore MC2. MC2 was actually successful and had like a 100-issue run on Spider-Girl, and they're like, no, let's mention New Universe instead, the thing that almost killed our company. Yeah, all right. Midnight Fantastic Four takes a different route, following a scientist whose obsession with unlocking the universe leads to horrifying consequences. That's just 616 Reed Richards.
Oh, isn't that Ultimate? The original.
That's also
Universe?
Ultimate Reed Richards. That's the maker again. Percy, leading into the tone, says, "If you read my work, you know that I see the world through a dark, disturbed lens. That's why you were great on Ghost Rider. To me, it's always midnight. When Hickman called me, it was from a landline in the basement of an abandoned house. The wires cut. Blood poured from the receiver into my ear. I said yes."
I like to think that actually happened.
I love Benjamin Percy's quotes because he talks like he writes, where you have to go, what is wrong with you? But also tell me more. I'm so fascinated.
I like to think Benjamin Percy is secretly like some vampire hunters that actually does like the crazy stuff he keeps mentioning all the time in his interviews.
It's like Alan Moore saying he met John Constantine.
The wizard. Oh yeah, he's a wizard. Yeah, he's actually a wizard.
Oh yeah, no, I love hearing from Benjamin Percy. He's like, I was the perfect pick to write Wolverine because I live in Canada. I'm too hairy. I smell bad and I smoke too much. I was like, yeah, you made a convincing case to write Wolverine. Oh, it's so good. Let's see. That's right. Miteki said X-Men 97 comic did a vampire story, and they just did this with Reed Richards in the new Marvel Zombies miniseries, according to Mr. Tanuki. All right. Well, let's see. He added, when I imagined this other version of Marvel, a terrifying, poisoned universe, absolute universe, my mind immediately went to the Fantastic Four. This is the title I've always loved, but would never be allowed to write otherwise. That's true, because you wouldn't have Benjamin Percy write mainline Fantastic Four. Yeah. So this does make sense from that. He says, now I can lean into my worst instincts and reimagine the story as one of cosmic Lovecraftian dread. I enjoyed this by visionary Kev Walker, who is hard at work bringing a new origin story from Marvel's first family to screaming life. Can't wait to share our nightmares with you. I love that he mentions the artist as well in that.
I love Benjamin Percy. He's literally like, I'm going to make the most fuck up thing ever. I can't wait to write it.
Yeah. And I enjoy pretty much almost every comic he does, so I don't mind that. All right, so Midnight Spider-Man introduces a version of Peter Parker transformed into a spider hybrid by Oscorp as the corporation uses mutation to experiment further. Welcome back, Spider-Man 2099.
Also, I feel like that's already a Spider-Verse universe already.
Yeah.
Isn't that Spider-Man?
Spider-Man, but also Miguel O'Hara was a spider hybrid created by a corporation. So, what the hell? Phil Katie Johnson said, the work we're doing right now in the Midnight Line feels like history is being made. Let history decide that. Guys, don't get too overconfident. We all bring creator-owned sensibilities to our projects. Good idea. Redefining boundaries. Also good. Reinventing these timeless characters in ways that have never been done. Hold your horses. These are all premises we've heard before. Midnight is nothing like the main line, nothing like the Ultimate line. You will see things in books that will shock you. I certainly hope so. He said, you don't take on a job like reinventing Spider-Man to go halfway. I'm leaving it all in the ring with Midnight Spider-Man, and no, Jonathan and Ben are doing the same.
Why wasn't Peach Momoko invited for this? Because
why is Peach Momoko not on this? Because her Star Wars comic was like an insanely good horror comic.
I mean, Ultimate X-Men is back at J-horror.
Yeah. Maybe though that she'll get like a next book. I feel like they're not going to only do 3 books, right? I feel like there's got to be like a Midnight Avengers, or
dude, I want to see Peach Momoko Avengers. I want to see what her take on Avengers would be.
Yeah. I was listening to the Comic Pals podcast talking about this on Saturday, and it was before they revealed the titles and the creator names, and they were having discussions in their chat about ideas like, what if like Captain America was unfrozen at different points in history and refrozen, and it started to make him like a mental case where he doesn't remember who he is and what he is, and he becomes a serial killer as like a horror movie monster. And I was like, that sounds like kind of twisted and messed up, like we've never seen before.
Okay, I know they went with a horror angle, but all I can think is that one like me with the old man going, "Oh no, oh hell no, no!"
Yeah.
I just think I know it's going to be a horror, but all I think is some silly ass. It's like, I ain't doing this shit again.
I think that would be great. And so yeah, like Johnny Bellamy says a good idea. I heard that. I was like, ooh, that would be really great. And so I think since the tease to the full announcement, I feel a bit underwhelmed because I feel like all 3 of these premises have been done already. Now, I will say, I gotta give, optimistic viewpoint. I thought the Absolute Universe sounded like terrible garbage when they announced it. I wasn't into it at all, and now I'm reading every Absolute book even every month, including Green Lantern. So it could develop. But off the initial dive board, I'm like, all right. I'm not super excited about it.
You say including Green Lantern, all I can think is and Bumblebee.
I'm always like, every Absolute book's pretty good. Oh right, Green Lantern.
And Green Lantern.
It's funny because Absolute Superman moved up my rankings because the recent arc has been really good.
I might jump onto that, or at least into the trade. First arc right here, man, rubbed me too much.
First
the wrong
arc,
way.
I didn't super love. Second arc is kind of rough because it's like psychological torture. Third arc is like kind of cool because he starts living in Kansas and is like, I'm just gonna have a nice status quo life. And then everybody around him's like, no, you're in the Absolute Universe, buddy. Buckle up. But he starts to feel like a superhero in the third arc, which I really like. So, let's see. Nightmare Doctor Doom could be fun. Let's see. Ace says this announcement would be much cooler if there with one more niche pick like Blade or something alongside these. I agree. I think when they announced it, I was like, are they going to try to do a whole horror imprint like Midnight Suns in the 90s? And I was like, no, there's no way. They canceled Werewolf by Night after 10 issues. They canceled Ghost Rider after 5. So like they're not gonna do like a whole horror label. But it does feel like we should have at least like one horror character with a book. Squirrel Girl. That'd be good. I hope that this is successful because I think that Marvel branching out is good. And I hope these books are good. I mean, the creative teams sound great. But I'm probably not going to pick them up because I'm still burned from Imperial. I pulled all those books and pulled them off my pull list because they got canceled before they even came out.
Ultimates, Imperial, just like...
Yeah, I'm a little burned, Marvel. You gotta convince me better. Veloquist says, I feel like a very likely scenario here is it doesn't beat Absolute books in sales, gets to 6 issues, and then editorial panics and cancels it. I can absolutely see this happen when Batman beats them again. They need to accept they're in second place, and then just start to figure out how to get readership so they can get back to first place.
They're in second place because they kneecap themselves. No one,
Yeah.
no one. That's their own reason why they're in second place, because their own damn fault.
If Absolute Universe worked like Marvel did, only Batman and Wonder Woman would still be running. All the others would have been canned by now, and that would be such a shame for Flash and Superman, because they got so good after they got time to cook. Mr. Dugan, I agree. Not feeling like giving them $15 a month for a cliffhanger ending that never gets resolved. Oh, God, I forgot about Gods. Gods was another Hickman initiative that did not get time to cook.
Why do they keep doing this to that man?
I don't know. Jorge's card says to me they're third, that G.I. Joe Transformers was doing better in sales. That's true. Ultimate was behind Absolute, but then when they canceled Ultimate, or they announced that they weren't going to continue Ultimate, right? The plan for Ultimate was always supposed to be 2 years, but when they decided not to continue it despite its sales, the sales plummeted, and then Energon Universe came in at number 2. So.
Speaking of that mass preview in the Free Comic Day issue of Emerald Universe, man, I can't wait for that book.
I've never cared about Mask, but I'm so excited for that comic.
Yeah, I'm so intrigued because they really sold me. Sold me on it.
They sold me on the premise of Mask in a way I've never been sold on it before.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so let's get into entertainment news because
we have an Android girl with a big butt to talk about.
Yes, we have 2 anime remakes that are trying to be closer to the manga to talk about back to back. Isn't that interesting? Let me get the rest of this news pulled up so we can just. I was going to say blow through the entertainment news, but that sounded a little dirty, so I kind of stopped.
Well, we have.
But I said it anyways.
Pirates, androids, apes, furries, and men.
Men. It's true, we do have men. All right. I don't know. I'm clicking like I'm in the Disclosure Day trailer. All right. So, anybody excited about Disclosure Day? I have no vibe on it. They're just like Spielberg, aliens, and I'm like, okay. It's not a new thing for him. So I need a little bit more. All right. Anyways, I'm not going to talk about spoiler for Agito movie because they called it a spoiler. So, also there's no reason to talk about it because I felt like it was incredibly obvious if you watched the trailer. Oh yeah, there was Man of Tomorrow casting news, and I didn't want to comment on it simply because I don't have anything to say. Matthew Lillard's in Man of Tomorrow. I do find it funny that everybody reported Matthew Lillard is in Man of Tomorrow, and then James Gunn just took a selfie with him to confirm the news, and didn't say anything else. And I feel like that's a result because he fought the trades on Maxima and lost, and I think he learned a lesson. So.
And also people like Matthew Lillard a lot.
I do. I just find it funny they announced that news on the Daredevil finale day when he was at Daredevil. So, all right. Entertainment news. The One Piece is real, as in the Wit Studio remake of the One Piece anime known as The One Piece. They have announced that Season 1 will be coming February 2027 on Netflix, and it will be 7 episodes totaling 300 minutes, which means they're like 45-minute episodes. And Season 1 will be adapting the first 50 chapters, which gets us right to Luffy meeting Sanji, and I think Mihawk showing up will be the cliffhanger for the season. Kind of feel like they should have just gone all the way through Baratie, but that's fine. You know.
I'm kind of glad they aren't forcing themselves to do all of East Blue, because I feel like I doubt. I'm kind of glad because they aren't.
I don't want them to just repeat the pacing of the Netflix or the live action show, right?
Yep.
But 50 chapters in one season sounds good. It's a good, healthy pace.
Do you saw the Robin getting her old hair back?
I did see that
in the anime.
It was nice to see it animated. Very funny though, because I was like, she got her hair back. Can she get her old skin back?
Yeah, she's there. Her melanin is getting slightly darker because like it feels like damage and change. Damage is now change again.
I think the thing is, ever since Wano, they've decided every arc's going to have a animation style tweak. And I noticed everybody's starting to get color back, probably because the Wit Studio remake, from what we've seen of it, everybody's going to be white as hell.
I can't wait for Robin to be constant flash bangs.
It's going to be the iCarly scene. Just looking at Wit Studio Robin.
Yes.
K-Boy says, didn't Luffy's Japan voice actor say she didn't want to be part of this? Yes, and she's still part of it anyways. According to some sources, which are, insider sources that were right about Dragon Ball things, maybe they know stuff. Apparently this isn't planned to do the entire series, but just do the pre-time skip stuff.
I guess it makes sense.
Makes some sense, because the animation's not as good in the pre-time skip, but the pacing's better, whereas the post-time skip, well, maybe they're just going to recut everything like they did Fishman Island.
Yeah, at this point, honestly.
Actually, maybe that's the plan. Like, pre-time skip's going to get reanimated to look prettier, and then post-time skip's going to be like Fishman Island remakes.
So, because they would post-time skip, anything before Wano, how many arcs is that? That's Fishman Island, Baratre,
Punk
Hazard,
Dressrosa,
Whole
Cake, then Wano.
That's only what.
That's 5 arcs.
It's a pre-Wano. So, but not counting Wano, because I think they might do Wano recut, but like
they would have to recut Wano because it's a little stretched out.
But that's 5 arcs. That's not too hard to like do a Dragon Ball like
And
Fishman
with
Island.
One Piece only airing 26 episodes a year in 13 episode groups, they have airing time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, the other anime remake, being closer to the manga, is Ghost. Is also called. I forgot. They both start with the Ghost in the Shell.
The new one. It's like the old one, but new.
But also old, because this is manga Ghost in the Shell adapted for the first time.
We have three in the tape. We had three our news topics that are technically just the old one, but new.
That's true, actually. Oh yeah, Star Fox.
Man, this is on my timeline everywhere because
you guys need to see the trailer. If you haven't seen the trailer and you're watching the stream, go watch the trailer like right now. It's so good. If anyone has ever read the Ghost in the Shell manga, was like, man, I wish there was an anime that looked like the manga. We finally got it.
I saw people were like, we got lesbian Makoto, and I saw the most.
We got that, and we got expressions and goofy ass emotions.
Seeing like Makoto going like a face make me happy.
And I love that Science Saru animated this like it was a high budget bubble economy OVA from the 80s. This doesn't look like a modern show. This looks like
they had dark.
Yeah.
They had dark magic at Science Saru.
They really do, because this looks like if a bubble economics high budget anime OVA was made of Ghost in the Shell when the manga came out. This is what it would look like.
I was honestly, because I never minded the Senlong complex design of Makoto, but honestly, probably my favorite. Something about the design, the hair, and everything, like the colors, I like a lot. Also, she can be expressive. She can actually make goofy faces, also, which I like. Also, man, that one shot of her butt is everywhere in my timeline. When this morning, I could not escape it because they made it round.
Very round. Veloquent says FMA Brotherhood, the first high profile. Here's a remake of the anime, but accurate to the manga. I think it was. It kind of got everybody rolling on that ball, too. Mario Man says, got distracted by a call. What do you mean Science Star is doing a Ghost in the Shell series? They are, and it's gorgeous, and it comes out in July. I think it's on Prime Video, right?
Yeah, Prime Video.
Yeah.
I won't be surprised if it'll be a same day dub also. To hopefully more high. Well, hopefully they got like a good like Bang Zoom or at least I hope G Kids is handling it.
I hope so too.
Because
it is Toho putting it out. Oh no, it's Kadokawa and Bandai Namco.
Yeah, I really like they will get the big main studio, like the big main dubs. God, I feel bad for that.
They have an official English Twitter account, so that's a good sign that we're going to get a dub.
Yeah. God, I heard.
Yeah. You got
North Star dub.
Started breaking up a little bit. What was going on with the dubs?
Have you seen clips of the Fist of the North Star CG series dub?
I have not wanted to look at that show ever since I saw a clip of the show. How bad is the dub?
Because it's not like because for some reason I don't know who was the decision maker on what gets what, but they got because instead of getting like LA, New York, or Dallas, or one of the major dubbing studios in America, they got a South South America. I think it's either South Africa or South America. W studio that like
How
just
odd.
started, and all the actors are again. There's no one because again, it's the giant you put a target on newbies. I like to call it because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure a lot of these actors are young and new to the industry. But holy crap, that dub is horribly directed.
Like it's like
It's
that's not a project that should be a first time outing for them.
yeah,
It's too
yeah,
big.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the problem because I think, like, that's the thing is, I don't know who decided to choose this because Amazon again. I'm not sure if it was Amazon that chose WC or it's the parent company. I don't know how this exactly works
Yeah.
but like, yeah, because I know this WCU again. I think either South Africa or South America, one of the two, did another dub for Amazon before, but again, I don't think the Amazon commission. It was it was just the company. It's just on Amazon Prime. And but still, like it's so you can tell everyone's they're new, and again the translate and you can tell the direction was super off on them. Also, the audio mixing is horrible.
Oh god.
It's one of those as a big dub defender. I always get sad when people show that up
Whenever
because
that happens, you're like, ah, my job's harder now.
yeah, because
Yeah.
it's where I feel more bad for the voice actors
Hmm.
because they're clearly new and young, and I don't want to get too much crap because I don't want to get too much crap because
Yeah.
I don't think it's their fault. It just is the direction and the direction and everything like that. But like, hopefully, I think this one will probably be Bandai. It's Bandai, so they usually probably will get like one of
NYAV
the LA
Post is but their
studios.
usual go to, right?
Yeah, yeah. So I think they'll choose them to
Yeah.
work on this probably.
Last thing I will say, because I saw this on Twitter as well and I thought it was nice, is that the someone brought this up, and it's something that me and Kaus said. I think we were talking about Cyborg 009. It was our boomer anime complaint of we wish these new remakes of older stuff looked like old shows instead of looking like new shows, right? And this is hitting that vibe of like I said, it looks like an '80s bubble economy OVA. That's the kind of vibe I like when we revisit an older project. Is it got the look and feel of that project when you're going to remake it? And I think that it's being this gorgeous 2D animation that you're just kind of you look at and you're like, how do they have the money and time to make that? Like that's the kind of vibe that I love getting off projects like this. So I'm very very happy with it.
I think when it comes to it, because I know many people have that discussion. I think it's less of anime look better. It's more of the stylization is
Yeah.
always the case. I always feel because like, um, so many people don't realize. Oh, why did all these '80s animes look? Because it was made during the bubble economy. There was
Yeah.
infinite money and all that stuff. Nowadays, and stuff like that. I think what makes this look good is just because I feel like one, they got the right team to work on this because I think the big thing about animation a lot of people don't realize, and this is especially I know I someone is into who's studying into the animation scene. It's not money is definitely one thing, but it's also
Technique
the
and knowledge, right? Because
technique,
isn't
knowledge.
that the issue with the Fist of the North Stars? That's that director's a 2D director that's directing
Yes,
3D for the first time.
yes. I see
So
because
he
I
just
watched
doesn't
the
know what
first
he's
episode.
doing in that medium because
Yeah,
he's never worked
yeah.
in it. Yeah.
Yeah, no, because I watched the first episode when that came out because we were just watching Invincible. Me and my partner were watching Invincible that just happened to pop up, and I will check it out. That is totally only directed 2D stuff because they do not take advantage of the 3D animation at all. Because the biggest
Yeah.
advantage of animation, you can play with the camera movements and camera movements, but it's storyboarded like a 2D anime, 2D anime, which is the problem with it. Here, like again, that's the big thing about animation. It's like because there was a funny there was a funny video coming. There was a funny I'm not sure TikTok, but like there was a funny video talking about like anime fight scene where it's like when they're talking and walking, they're like bad animation, but when the fight thing starts, like super good animation, and it's like talk about budgets and budgets is definitely a part of it, but a lot of the time it is how many the experienced directors and animators you get, and time. It's time also
Yeah.
is because they don't if
That was the
they
issue of
they're
One
crunch.
Punch Man, right? They had no time to
Yeah.
animate it.
Yeah, because if you look at the actual animation staff that work on season 3 of One Punch Man, it's a lot of experienced directors. Like a lot of them work on like Bleach and even like during One Punch Man season 1.
But they were given
there
like
was
3 months to produce a whole season.
yeah,
Yeah.
that was the biggest problem. And so here, like Science Saru, like I don't know what
And we know
schedule
they've
they
been
had. They
working
must
on this for at least 2 years. They announced this a long time
yeah
ago.
yeah.
Yeah.
Science Saru clearly is every project they work on from this Dandadan and stuff like that. They clearly take time with them. They announce they're not working for them like that. We're not getting Dandadan season 3 into next year because they're taking a year off of it so they can work on this. Probably I imagine where they put all their manpower into this, and once this is done, they can go back to Dandadan and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's always the case with animation production line. Is a lot of people just don't understand because people, a lot of people think more money equals more better animation, right? No, that's never the case.
Look at
That's never.
Wish from Disney
Yep.
compared to Goat. Someone popped into the call.
Welcome wheels. Welcome wheels.
Welcome wheels.
Hear a funny story before you continue.
I was going to answer a quick question, and then we can continue after your story. Commodore64 says, you guys played Invincible versus yet? I played the beta, really enjoyed it, was going to buy the full game on launch day. Then Bandai was like, CSMG 3 belt. And I was like, okay, Bandai. So I haven't bought the game yet.
Yeah, that's always the case where I do want to get the game, but like money right now.
All right, Wheels, tell your story.
So I had a weird dream today where like I literally thought more weird shit was happening, only to wake up and find out only one of the things I heard in my dream was only due to the news. I was like, oh man, all this bad stuff happened, so I'm checking the news to see what happened. And then it was like, oh, a shooter found in Cambridge, near Cambridge and Boston. And I was like, oh, so that was the only thing real, but the rest of it was just made up because my dream, like, just heard the TV on and like, altered.
That's a subconscious. Yeah, that is a subconscious thing. Sometimes stuff from your dreams you just leap. Some things you just hear in the background, which is something to leap into your dreams. dreams.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, it was just wild. So like, I woke up and I'm like looking at the news and I'm like tweeting on the news like shooter detained or whatever, and I was just like oh, so that.
What did Jim Shooter do now?
You know, like when I woke up, like I thought like way worse stuff was happening. And like I was realizing like it was my brain like just extrapolating what it like loosely heard while I was asleep, and I was like because I literally heard that the Hanada virus was like real as bad as COVID, and then I was like, oh wait, it's not as bad as COVID. People can actually like you can still die from it, but it's not like, oh man, I caught it just by like looking at Ryan,
Wheels. And there you go.
Yeah, right? No, it's like you gotta like actually like be like literally like swap and spit with people, or like having them like breathe in your face directly. Like I was like, oh okay.
Yep. All right.
Shall we talk about monkey?
Monkey man. Let's actually not monkey man, just monkeys. So Planet of the Apes. We've been waiting for the news of like what's happening with the next one. So we got official confirmation that the next Planet of the Apes movie will be directed by Fantastic Four First Steps' Matt Shakman, and Josh Friedman is writing.
How could be in here? His movie had monkeys in it. It was all planned.
It's all part of the plan.
All along.
Does that mean Anton Fuqua is going to get to do a monkey movie since there was a monkey in the Michael Jackson film?
Maybe.
Anyways, so this is interesting. So we know Wes Ball's not returning to direct because it's weird. Clearly, Disney wanted to get a Planet of the Apes movie out and not wait for Wes Ball to finish Zelda. But then this movie's coming. It took so long to start this process that I think they could have just waited for Wes Ball because this movie's not coming out. I think did they? I don't remember if they dated it. I want to say they haven't even put a date on this yet.
I don't think they did. It just.
I think it's going to be 2028 because I think it's going to be 2028. Simply because that's the anniversary year. That's the 60th anniversary of the franchise.
Also, just wait going on right now. I feel like it makes sense.
Like you get pre-production here, you shoot it in 2027 or late 2026. You can do it because they had to do a lot of post-production. But I feel like it's going to come out in 2028 just because that's the anniversary year of the franchise. And maybe they're looking at Wes Ball's schedule because he's finished filming Zelda, but he's still got to oversee post-production. That movie doesn't come out till like summer of next year. It probably takes longer because of Nintendo approvals, so he's probably just like, yep, have someone else go do it. And so I think they're getting Shackman because he's not busy with anything else. So, exciting for that. There was one article that made the entire Apes fandom go ape shit.
Just eighth man.
One article said that it wouldn't be a continuation of King of the Planet of the Apes, and everybody lost their minds.
They went bonanza.
They went bonanza. That was only one article. It was not all the trades. It was just one. And the head of 20th Century Studios said, well, it depends on what you think the word continuation means. And I've taken that as, okay, it is a continuation of Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes, but it's not going to be like this picks up immediately after Kingdom. There's going to be a time skip. Because if you think about the Caesar trilogy, you had Rise of the Planet of the Apes, which almost is a standalone movie in and of itself, whereas Dawn and War are very much stylistically and thematically kind of connected together. But there's a big time skip between Rise and Dawn. So I feel like that's what they mean, is that it's not going to be, just the next day after Kingdom. It's going to be like 5 years later, where is Noah and May and all these other characters, and what are they doing now? I feel like it is going to be like, but I think just like how there was a director switch between Rise and Dawn, I think Kingdom and whatever this next movie is, I think they're going to do a bit of a time skip, and that's why they're kind of being a little cagey about it. But every Apes movie of the modern day has had a time skip from the previous one, so that wouldn't be surprising. And maybe they just haven't nailed down exactly what that is yet, but I think that's what they mean by not a continuation, because it's not picking up immediately where the previous movie left off, but instead is going to pick up sometime later. So I'm cool with that. I like these characters growing and changing. It's like one of the best parts of how the Apes movies work. So, anyways, that's the news. I want more apes. So excited. Monkey.
Hey, so
furries.
Nintendo, out of nowhere, Nintendo just shadow dropped on the Star Fox Trek. Like, literally, it was out of nowhere.
Everybody says they had no warning. Miyamoto put a tweet out through the Nintendo Twitter account that said, "Hey guys, join me for a Nintendo Direct right now."
Yeah, but it was like the minute before. I think it was like a few minutes.
2
before
minutes.
The Direct.
2 minute warning.
Yeah, 2 minute warning.
2 minute warning. Had no heads up. I just saw the notification on my phone because everybody was like Star Fox, and I was like and then I just like pulled it. I was sitting in a car and I just like stopped. I just pull it up and I'm like sitting there and I'm just like, okay. Yeah, my hero man says this is Miyamoto has officially become the war cry for Nintendo fans. Yes, it gives me PTSD now. Anyways, so boom, there it is. So I'm watching it, and I'm like, okay, it's a Star Fox Direct. All right, I know for sure we're gonna do a Star Fox 64 remake, and then they're like, it's a remake of Star Fox 64, and I was like, damn right it is. I saw this coming,
and everyone whine and the most miserable people of all time.
I will say this. On one hand, yes, it is annoying that it is our fourth remake of the original Star Fox. On the other hand, guys, it's a new Star Fox game. And they added stuff.
Yes.
And it's the prettiest the series has ever looked.
No, because I don't... Because, yes, is it annoying to start another remake of the Lilac Wars? Yes.
Yes.
But let's face it. First, because you think Zero, I think all of it's all because of Zero. Was Zero's fault.
Everything is Zero's fault. Okay.
Oh yeah, because Zero had literally no reason to be a reimagining of the Lilac Wars.
Nope.
Lilac Wars. It literally had no reason. Also because of that game, because that game flopped and was on the system, the failed system of Wii U. Of course, they wanted to reboot Star Fox again and try it on their more successful system, especially after the movie, the $1 billion movie that had Fox in it. It just logically just makes sense. I just think it just yes, is it annoying? Totally. But again, but that's the one thing I get cahoots about this game and why I'm excited because they're adding stuff. There's cutscenes.
Yes.
That
was the thing I was gonna get to. Is like on the surface, it's like okay, yeah, fourth remake of the first game, but. Look at how pretty it looks. They're adding character stuff. There's cutscenes. There's a prequel about James McCloud after his life as an F-Zero racer. Like, this has got new stuff to it. It's not just the N64 game
Michael,
again.
it's not what's the phrase you used before? Reheat your own nachos.
Yeah, they're not reheating their own nachos here. They're going for Nacho Supreme Deluxe. All right, it's still
They're
nachos,
actually-
but it's new. It's new nachos.
Yeah, they're actually putting effort, which is what I always get credit for.
You also get
because
VTuber icons for the first ever reason I've seen to use Nintendo Game Chat.
Yeah, no, I think the fact that they're going out of the way to actually give us narrative cutscenes. I feel like that's one thing we like, because I played most of the Star Fox games now, and like every other game besides Adventure, but
Adventures is the only one I haven't played, and they mentioned
it's
it in the direct, and I was like, put it on NSO. Put it on NSO right now.
Do you like? I played that this weekend. Do you like mediocre Zelda clones?
No, I don't even like Zelda that much. I like Zelda from a lore and world building experience more than actually playing it. So
yeah, but yeah, that's Adventures. But like even Assault. Assault is a mixture of cutscenes, like in-game cutscenes, and dialogue boxes.
But
Here
it was built as an arcade game first, so it's not exactly deep.
Yeah, here it's actual cinematic cutscenes. We never got that in the game. The fact that Zero didn't have this is again, man, Zero
was the first game I ever bought on launch day and played one level of and never touched again.
Yep. I mean, for that's the big thing. They just figure out how to do the controls. It looks good, and the fact that you can the mouse mode is optional is nice and stuff like that. But yeah, and like I feel like the redesigns. I know that's the biggest utter kapunka about this game. I feel like people are. I've seen so many ugly Sonic comparisons, and that is the most justified comparison ever.
You know what's funny? Everybody's losing their minds over the redesigns. First of all, I think they look great. Second of all, thank God Nintendo's letting new art styles exist, because I was so sick of everybody looking like Mario characters. Third of all, the director of Star Fox 64 said, if I made Star Fox 64 today, that's exactly how they would look.
I've seen
but he did say, I like how cute Fox was in the Mario movie. And so people took it as, oh, he prefers the art style of the Mario. No, he said he liked how cute Fox was in the movie. But he said this would be the context for a Star Fox game. This is how they should look. So.
You're now playing pretty much all the games besides Command now. Star Fox is a series that
Don't play Command, it'll give you depression.
I know, right? Like that one ending of a fox.
Yes.
But the thing about Star Fox is I feel like out of the Nintendo franchise, it does, like Metroid, it does need that kind of edge to it. I think not being another Scrimble cutesy animal game gives it its own identity. Like identity. And because here's the thing about I was discussing with my partner and about the designs of every other Star Fox designs is every other design is coming based off of 64.
Yep.
But the reason why 64 looks like that because of the limitations of the 64. That's why Fox shaped that. That's why Falcon is shaped like that. It's because they're just working off the basics of 64 because we're working with the limitations of 64. You actually work at not just the puppets of the original SNES game, but the actual artwork. It's a lot closer to the original artwork because in the original artwork from Super Nintendo Star Fox, they had that more like furry like grit to them. That the fur textures, the grittedness, the edge factor to them. And such, you look at the original artwork, and I think this game really captures. Also, like I think people calling this like realistic slop, like the Lion King, like Disney remake, is really.
I think people love throwing things out without having any context behind them.
Yes, and it's the worst part is I can't.
The greatest tweet was, this is the divide between Western furry fans and Eastern furry fans.
Yeah, because if you actually look at actual the biggest example I think is Beastars from Beastars, the manga. They're very similar to this. It's just Beastars are cell shaded, so people don't mind it because it's cell shaded, But like if you actually look at, you look at them and people will say that like soulless, but like. They have
their actual animal legs, so the game theory video about the replacement space legs is just in the garbage now, which I think is funny.
Yeah, because that was just a theory. They were always boots. They're always meant to be boots.
It was just a game theory.
Yeah, but like that's the thing, like them having more animalistic feature, because I seen all like the Smash footage people that have never touched a Star Fox game go like, how they're good.
I think like most of the complaints are people that have never actually touched a Star Fox game before.
No, totally. Totally, guys. Imagine a new F-Zero gets announced. Oh, man. But I just think the realistic style works because again, it's not like because it's as someone who doesn't really give two hoots about realistic art styles.
Yeah.
This one works because they have characters. They look like Fantastic Mr. Fox, like that
They
Wes
do.
Anderson
I
stop
love it.
motion style. That's what I like about them.
Like, I will
because
agree if somebody mentioned that they showed the clip from the movie and then they showed the game and it was a little jarring. Yeah, at first I was like, what? And then I looked at but the more I've looked at it, the more I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I actually really like this a lot. I really, really like it. I will also say, I guess thank you, Glenn Powell. Got Fox into a movie, and then Nintendo's like, ah, crap, we got to make a Star Fox game because we put him in the movie.
Also, because if that, I think this guy confirms that leak of what it was going to be a Star Fox remake, a new Star Fox game, and the Ocarina of Time remake. I think this guy confirms that leak.
It does.
AKA, look, we're probably arguing a new Star Fox game after this one because the fact that you go back to the eShop page, Soundout, it's not even full price.
It's
not even
$50. The physical $60 because Nintendo's doing dynamic pricing now.
Which honestly, it should have been like this from the start.
Yeah.
Of that is like physicals.
Also, we're not seeing like $70 games that shouldn't be $70, like Mario Tennis. Mario Tennis, I think, broke the trend of pricing everything the same because everybody was like, "What the hell is Mario Tennis doing at $70?" So I'm glad dynamic pricing exists.
I mean, how some places are for 50. I won't tell you. I won't tell you where.
Mm-hmm.
Hint,
guys.
Hint.
If the Amazon website sales chart is correct, this is the best-selling Star Fox game right now.
Yeah,
like if everybody keeps their pre-orders, or if they pre-order it somewhere else or whatever, if everybody that pre-ordered this game that bought it, this will be the second best-selling Star Fox game after Star Fox 64.
And also, it's again talk about them rebooting it. If we just ignore Zero. Because if we ignore Zero because it was on a failed console,
everyone's going to ignore Zero, and we should.
Yeah,
I saw people trying to redeem Zero, and I wanted to slap them.
Yeah, and we ignore because if you ignore 64 3D because I don't. That's just a straight up remaster of 64. Yeah. I don't count that as another retelling because that's just a straight remake. The last Star Fox game that was not it was Command on the DS.
Yep.
That was like 10 plus years ago. Of course they're gonna reboot it.
Actually, it's nearly 20.
Yeah, the 20. Of course they're gonna reboot it because some people can argue about Metroid, but Metroid, as much as that series does have a story, it's in the background. You can kind of really play Metroid without knowing the story at all.
I will say, this is the best opportunity for Star Fox to get a new audience that it's ever had. You have the Switch 2, which has sold well. You have the Mario movie, which did very well, and a lot of people got introduced to Fox McCloud for the first time. And now you have a remake of the classic origin beginning story. If this does not sell, then Star Fox is cooked.
It's your fault. It's your guys' fault.
What if this does not sell? That means Star Fox is a franchise that is not viable. But this is the best opportunity Star Fox has ever had. You have a high install base. You have a high recognition from the movie. You have everybody looking at it. You have a lower price game, and it's a remake. So nobody. You don't have to play anything before this. And then you know what? If this is successful, I hope they throw Assault and Adventures on NSO, and I hope we get that another game. I think it'd be great. I'm not going to do a Star Fox guide. The Metroid one flopped, and that's Metroid. This is a series that hasn't done as well. And also, you don't really need to play anything else before you play this one. Like, you just play this, and then, like I said, they should put Adventures and Assault on NSO, so that way you have 2 other games to go play.
So what you're saying is you want Captain Falcon to appear in the next Mario.
I'm currently talking to every high-profile celebrity that has a good jawline to make sure they push to say, I need to be in this next movie. I need to play Captain Falcon. It's my lifelong goal. It's the only way we're getting a new F-Zero game, because every time Miyamoto opens his damn mouth and says they have to do something new with F-Zero, and then he goes and remakes Star Fox for the 4th time, I know he's just avoiding the subject. He doesn't want to make an F-Zero, but if it's in the Mario movie, he will have to.
Yeah. This a random side quest. We're just going to a racing planet.
Exactly.
Racing planet.
I mean, we had a whole baby segment that added nothing to the plot. We can go to a racing planet for F-Zero. And
yes.
And James McCloud can be there, because James McCloud two origin story possibilities. Either James McCloud in F-Zero is before he got hit by the furry beam that turned him into a full Fox, or it's after he reincarnated in the F-Zero universe after the events of Star Fox.
Yes. Now remember, the Star Fox in the Mario movie, the Star Fox universe is so he probably did get isekai'd
Yes.
in the Mario universe, looking like a human.
There you go. There you go.
Rhymus Prime getting ready for Chris Evans as Captain Falcon.
You know what? I think he'd be down for it. I should. 94 Coon, that was James McCloud in F-Zero.
Guys, no. What's gonna happen is it's gonna be Cody Rhodes as Captain Falcon.
I'll take it. I don't care who is. I just need someone that's aggressive enough to get in the room like Glenn Powell did to get Fox in that movie. You know?
Yes.
Yep. All right. They should reprint those Star Fox comics from Nintendo Power. Oh, that'd be fun. All right. Anyways. Ultraman Tio. I keep wanting to call him Tio just because it's funny for anyone that speaks Spanish.
I want to keep calling him. I keep wanting to call him like loser ass Blue Ranger.
I keep wanting to say Deo. I want to say Deo.
I think Deo is. I think Teo's the correct name.
Yeah, I think it's the pronunciation, but I want to call him Theo. You know, that loser from Jungle Fury.
There you go. I want to call him Tio because it's funny calling this high school student uncle.
College student. That was college. I think it's college student.
Whatever. It's the same to me. I'm 30. It doesn't. College, high school has two sides of the legal age rate, I guess. Anyways, you want to give us a recap on these so I can stop talking for a minute and watch these eBay auctions?
So we have our main cast for Ultraman Deo. We got our side cast. So we have Emma Kazama, played by Anime Kamiya. Then we have Kanazumi, played by Noah Nakada. Then our next character is Rintaro Humura, played by Yu Umura. Then our next character, Wataru Toma Biche, played by Ryoma Morimoto. And then our friend Abomination character of our series, Poochie, the mini kaiju, voiced by Yu Kobayashi. Which I am terrified of that thing.
No. The fact that she's voicing the most weird, like, unhinged thing ever when you look at her, like, filmography as a voice actress.
Very excited for this show. Just for that. Like, that thing is horrifying. Look at it. It's got a beard.
It's the mouth, it's the eyes, it's everything. Like,
maybe the kaiju is the TO that we do along the way.
Yes.
I think this is a fun-looking cast. It's a little bit different than our normal lineup.
Again, no defense force, which makes sense because Dia doesn't even want to be in the defense force.
I mean, they still kind of got like
what do you mean,
plucky girl, serious girl, commander-looking serious guy, and muscular man.
What do you mean, Yu Kobayashi play Julie in the Japanese Scott program takes off? Now I want to hear that thing. Now I hear that creature swear like Julie.
Oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna do a solid for Psycho O's because he's gonna be going through hell for videos later. I'm gonna move Missing Link Ironhide to right now. Because I want to talk about Missing Link Ironhide. I'm also watching an eBay auction that ends in 5 minutes, so it's gonna be multiple distractions. But
I like how you're making Psycho sound like when we get to the fireworks factory.
I mean, the thing is, he's gonna be going through Gal Ranger for G-Phone research soon, so I'll do him a solid on this. All right, we got toy news. We got more Transformers for later, but right now we're gonna cover my favorite thing of the week for toys, which is Missing Link Ironhide. Because he breaks every rule we've had on Missing Link, and I find him so damn interesting. Look at how cool this is. So basically, what we have is instead of just taking the G1 toy and adding a head and adding articulation, we have a brand new figure that's G1 styled, but is animation adjacent, right? Like, he looks like the cartoon put through the G1 toy line. He's got the full range of articulation. His battle sled's now a backpack because he transforms completely different, but he still has a mode where you can fold the head away and make him look like the old toy, and he comes with a pilot figure of Carly.
Because he still has the face in his stomach, which looks creepy.
It does, but I dig it. I think it's cool. I'm very into this to the point where I think I'm probably going to get both Ironhide and Ratchet because it just fascinates me, like how this came together.
He's like, was it Duke Orc in Power Rangers / Wild Force that has the two personalities? Was it?
Yes, that guy. Yeah.
yeah. You have like two heads that talk to each other. No way, it's Rack and Ruin. No, it's Ironhide, but he's Rack and Ruin now.
Yeah, that's true. He has got kind of a Rack and Ruin. We don't know price wise on this yet, but like I think what fascinates me on this guy is that it's just they could have just done, G1 toy, throw in a head, add some joints, but they just decided let's just do a completely different thing. And then the other thing was doing some research, talking to some people about this. Apparently, Ironhide didn't come out in the G1 toy line in Japan. They skipped him.
Really,
Ratchet was a mail-away item, and then Ratchet was a mail-away item, and then the Ratchet was a mail-away item, and then the Encore, I think it was the Encore release, was when they finally came out in Japan properly, which is kind of crazy.
I wonder if they didn't release in Japan because it's the car because these were Diaclone toys, right, originally, so there was no weird licensing. I wonder if it's because they didn't look anything like the show at all is why they never fully came out in Japan. I wonder why.
I feel like that might be the case because of that. And sorry, I'm looking at eBay auctions.
What are you getting? What are you getting?
I don't want to jinx it, so I'm just not going to say anything. I'm just trying to make sure I did it correctly. Yeah. All right. Anyways, they end in 3 minutes and 5 minutes from now, so it's really close. But anyways, I think what's really cool about Missing Link is that as much as we sit here going, oh, it's going to be this, it's going to be that. Like every time we think we figured out what they're doing, they'll just go boom. Look at this. It's completely different than what you expected. And I gotta say, it's becoming my favorite. It's becoming my favorite Transformers line right now. And it's not because I'm a G1 head, but just because it's so interesting.
It's something different. Because that's the big thing we always keep talking about with current Transformers is it feels all the same, and stuff like that. To see something different, even if it's because I don't mind if it's G1 as long as it's something unique and different and stuff like that.
Yeah, because I know some people said that we it is kind of it is like a modern toy in a G1 style as opposed to being a G1 toy in a modern style, but I find that to be more fascinating at times as well, because it would have been kind of interesting to make them do just oh, it's the G1 toy but we added the head and stuff, but I actually think it's to me I find it more interesting. I'll also add that I forgot what the name is. There's a name for this mode. I think it's called I forgot. They had a funny name for it, but it's something about this one just excites me a whole lot. Because I thought the Grimlock was great because the way they just made Grimlock better. I think RC's great because they pulled her out of the cancellation bin. I think Magnus is great because I love Magnus. Doing Sunstreaker made sense because he was the first car robot. Doing the mini bots made sense because sure, why not? But this is just taking it to a new level, and it opens up the possibilities. I have no idea what the next one's going to be, and I have no idea what it's going to be like. Is the next one going to be an update, right? Is it going to be the Seekers, but now they have articulation? Or is it going to be, oh, we are doing, prototype Rodimus Prime? Or, what if we made a reflector that looked like the cartoon somehow? I don't know what they're going to do next. And I think that is so cool.
We better know what Hatcher did with the 86 G1 issues, reissues.
And Psycho says you never got the Studio Series figures, so you never got non-parts forming Ironhide. That is true. And I might be getting Studio Series because there's that rumored 3-pack that's Ironhide, Blue Streak, and somebody else. And if those end up being like no clear plastic and Ironhide has the stripe and everything's like 100% good, I'll probably get that, because I think the Ironhide mold looks cool for Studio Series, but the lack of the stripe ruined it for me.
No, the Ironhide mold is great. The Ironhide mold is great. It's just
Stripe and price.
It's really clear plastic. I don't. It's the stripe and price, because like I think I got mine like at $20 or something, or $25, which was a lot better. But like the stripe is kind of weird because it ruins like the vehicle mode. Like the robot mode, it's not as noticeable.
I think was there a reason why there's no
vehicle mode?
Why did was it? I think, did they ever say why there was no stripe? Was it due to like some
It's
weird
because
sunbow?
I think one of the animation model scenes, the stripe isn't actually there.
Yeah, I think it was a sunbow bullshit scenario like that.
It's one of those things where it's the sunbow shit of, it's there almost every other time, but in the movie or whatever, it was like not there or something. It was like one of those, and since he wasn't there long enough, it was like, oh well, we don't need to put it there. It was like one of those excuses. Like, if I recall, like in one of the things, the stripe is not effing there. I don't remember which it was, because we know it's there in the toy and most of the other material, but it was like the TV show or the movie didn't have the stripe, which led to the kerfuffle.
I won one of the auctions, guys.
What you get?
I'm overpaying a little
after
bit
this
of what
time.
I should, but I got Fantastic Four Epic Collection #2. It's
Ah.
super out of print, and I know it hopefully will get reprinted one day, but Marvel only did like 7 Epic Collection reprints this year, so I was like,
You're desperate.
yeah,
You're
I
desperate.
did an offer on Volume 25 last week, and I offered the seller current Epic Collection cover price, and I was like, boom, is that enough? And then the guy took it. I was like, perfect. So I feel like I only need so I'm currently watching on so I got #2 now. So I'm waiting for the other auction to go through at the moment. I'm just watching this for a minute, guys, because professionalism, but also I really freaking want this. I'm just checking here. Guys, just hold with me
Alright,
for 40 seconds. I can't think about anything else at the moment.
Hey, Cycle was mentioning I had never transformed the movie, so I don't know where they got the show like no stripe thing from, honestly.
Conspiracy theorists would say they did it on purpose so they could sell an accurate one later.
My only guess is there was some hidden sunbow mouse sheets for the movie about that or something like that.
There was, because there's at least some sheets where he doesn't have it. I've seen it before growing up, which causes the Mandela effect, because I just swore he didn't have the stripe except in the toy.
As they say,
those
the
things.
figure community, thank you for sacrifice Santa as Marvel's like every print now.
It says hang tight or determining the winner.
Let's
Yes!
see.
I have all the
You got it?
Fantastic Four Epic Collections now. You're welcome, everybody, when they reprint all of them next year. Because it's entirely possible that they're going to reprint all the volumes I was missing, but now I never have to worry about it again. I have every Epic Collection I want that has been currently printed. I'm good. I'm very happy.
Here's the question: is the price you pay gonna be, if they do reprint? Would that be
Guys,
the same
I know why they
price
didn't
you?
put the stripe.
Why?
Okay.
It's robot mode. There would be no indication of the stripe being there in robot mode.
I guess. So
Yeah,
here's the
that's
thing, Santa. Is the price you pay for the Epic Collection would that be, is it more expensive or less expensive than the new price Marvel given now?
Oh, like what I paid on these auctions?
Yeah, would that be more expensive than
These
they
are definitely
than,
still more expensive than what the reprints would be. Even with the reprint, even with the price increase on Epics, these are still more. I just am tired of missing these volumes, and I'm also do not want to read more Silver Age Fantastic Four on my iPad. My eyes were burning trying to do it.
all that text.
All that text staring into the white page, screaming back at you through the. I could not do it anymore. But now it's done. I got 25 on the way. I just won 2 and 5. And the thing is, did I overpay? Yes. Would it be better to get them cheaper? Absolutely. If I waited 2 or 4 more years for reprints, Would that be better? Sure, probably. I don't know. We may be all dead by then. I just know that, like, right now, I got them, and I got them cheaper than any of the Buy It Now auctions, because these books have been going for, like, 200 plus, and I just nailed them for a lot less than that. So, done.
Well, I know here is the sizzling, the grill sizzling. Everything sounds like that. So the epics on Marvel.
I really need them to reprint Tomb of Dracula Omnibuses. I have trouble reading that book on paper. I don't want to read it digitally. There's a lot of words. Oh my god. Yes, exactly, Ace. With that logic, it's cheaper overall because now you won't need to get LASIK from staring at your iPad. Exactly. I can read modern comics with all the extra colors, but I don't have to worry. I don't have to get the LASIK from my eyes.
That's good logic, yeah.
Oh my god. All right.
Back to your regular schedule.
Back to your regular scheduled show. Do we have anything else to say about Ironhide? Because I think we got it covered. I'm buying him. That's for sure. I'm going to get him and Ratchet. I've decided. I like it enough. So, all right. Cool. Back to the rotation that we were normally expected to do. Ultraman toy. That's what we're at. Sorry for the sideline, guys. I just really wanted to get these. And by the way, just so everybody know for context, there was no bids until 5 minutes before they ended when I put my bids in. So I got them for starting bid. I wasn't even in a competition. But there was other people watching the listing, so I was like, is everybody just going to wait till the last minute? And I just tossed the bid in 5 minutes before. And then I was watching, because if somebody was going to... I was willing to go a little bit higher, right? I wasn't going to go top, but I was going to go a little bit higher if I needed to. So, all right, I'm pretty happy. All right, Ultraman Zero's new form for his new toy is Ultraman Zero Cosmo Rise.
Wait, I really like this new form. It's like the bulkiness of it a lot and such like that.
Found out, what did I say last night?
Remind me, I just went through a stressful auction experience.
I said he's finally a real boy now.
he's a red shirt finally.
Yes, he finally got his red. So here's the toy.
Like he's red because.
Yeah.
Say it again.
We're gonna do the toy next, but go ahead. Yeah, talk.
I do like he's red because since Deo's blue is like a nice contract between the 260 anniversary thing. You have one red Ultra with Zero and the blue with Deo, and so that's like it's such a good contrast. But like, welcome back, Ginga Spark.
Yeah, because the Ultra I basically just scans symbols, right?
It's literally the Ginga Spark during Ginga, where each like as I said, each product every product released this year for the 60th will have a little like icon that the Zero II can scan. So scan.
And I believe they said there's going to be events having a wall where you can just take it and scan it off the wall.
I heard scan it's like either a wall or like a sticker or like the Ginga Spark Ultra Replica where it has like a giant sheet where you can just scan it. It's either or. But I think it's really cool. I think it's a really cool. I do like. I mean, like I like that it's not like an actual gimmick. Like separate collectibles. It's literally it's just scan it. So you don't have. I do like he has his own Atmon. What was the thing in Atmon called again on the wrist?
The Atmon wrist thing.
Yeah, he literally has that, so he can access his other forms, and not even just Cosmic Rise, but his other broken forms. So
like Zero Beyonds in there and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. It's really cool. I like it. I like the new design, and I just think I'm a big Ginga defender, and I really love I really think the Ginga Spark gimmick was actually one of the smartest gimmicks they've done. I think seeing it come back like this is actually really cool.
There's also 3 types of symbols. There's a Henshin symbol, which is a circle. A square is an action one, and then a voice clip one is a triangle. So there's different types, and they'll be all over the Ultraman 60 stuff.
Yeah, because the Dale one has the triangle on the back of the Dio Crystaller. Dio Crystaller.
Which also has a necklace holder, which I don't think we knew about before. So you get this is going to be this part of the 60th anniversary toy project. So this comes with a necklace holder, so you can have it around your chest like a color timer,
like Deo.
Yeah, like Deo. And then on the back, it's got the symbol. So it's going to be on everything is going to have, and that's a voice clip symbol specifically. So it's interesting because Zero basically gets the fancier toy.
Yeah, I love it's the meme of Zero takes it was it's the meme of the guy protecting the guy the guy underneath with the arrows. It's literally Zero protecting Deo with the gimmick toy this year.
Exactly, and that's probably because we haven't confirmed it, but the Zero form's probably in his new movie.
But it's kind of weird they announced it like this and not like a teaser for the movie.
Yeah, they're like
it's clearly
toy.
obvious.
I think because they're so used to announcing new Zero stuff through toys because of New Generation stars.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like they're always like, here's the Zero Riser with the card thing, right? And then like it's always through New Generation stars, and so I think they're like, oh yeah, we showed the toy. Oh wait, this one has a media tie-in. Like they kind of forgot probably. Wouldn't surprise me, but pretty cool. All right. What is next on our docket?
I think next is McFarlane. It's McFarlane time. It's
okay,
McFarlane
so
corner.
We've been talking about the absolute pump. I gotta stop. I gotta think before I speak because I just have these phrases that I'm like, yeah, that sounds good, and I just start saying them, and then halfway through, I'm like, no, don't say it's the absolute pump job of Todd McFarlane. Anyways, so Todd McFarlane and McFarlane Toys are still pumping out toys. So the first thing we got are the Vault Collection releases, which is essentially, hey, remember that old figure that was hard to get? We're putting them out again.
They're not straight up releases, but like they're because they do. I never Wonder Woman because Wonder Woman's releasing in a single packet, and
she's not a deluxe this time, so she only has the sword, not the shield. She doesn't have as many hands, but she still got the lasso and the sword, like
Yeah, which I think is the more important ones, honestly. But so good way again. She was a very hard to get figure before, so it was really great game release.
And yes, we're in the last year of McFarlane DC, and they're like, let's introduce new branding, Vault Collection. So so this cool part is that she's still up for pre-order. She didn't sell out immediately.
I mean, honestly, it's nice that like it's our last year. Might as well like help help
help fill in some gaps.
Yeah, so it's honestly the nicest thing I've seen a toy company do.
So another one of these is the Action Comics #1 Superman, because he was also pretty hard to get. So he's back again.
He's practically the same because I think the only thing he doesn't have is the stupid like card stand.
Yeah.
Card stand and stuff like that.
Bank Heist Joker, I think, was a red platinum.
Yeah, he was.
So getting him again is good, and I think does he still come with? Yeah, he still comes with the mask. So he's got the two heads. He's got the masked head and the unmasked head. So that's nice to see him again. And then this was also a red platinum for whatever reason. It's the Dark Knight Joker the Dark Knight Batman with the cloth wired cape. Because there was a cloth cape one in the 6-pack. This is the one with the wired cape.
Because the one that was mainline retail was plastic cape.
Yeah, and so I did get this because I wanted a Dark Knight Batman that stands outside the Batmobile because my Dark Knight Batman's in the Batmobile. And I basically have 2 of every Batman live action.
I forget was the one in the 6-pack, was that Dark Knight or was that Rises? Because there is a difference between the suits.
I think it was Rises actually.
Yeah,
so I don't actually have a Dark Knight one because I have the 6-pack. Yeah, the 6-pack's the only one. I had the 6-pack and I had the Begin suit, so I don't actually think I had this then.
Yeah, because Rises had more color to the suit. Is the difference between that and the Dark Knight suit.
Mm-hmm. So I got that. I'm hoping. I've been looking for Two-Face, and I don't want to spend $65 on a loose Two-Face or $70 to $80 for a sealed one. Just re-release Two-Face like you did Joker and Bane, or vault him, whichever way, But I want Two-Face to come back around because I didn't get the Dark Knight figures when they came out because I was like, I bought so many Dark Knight figures, and then Todd was like Batman and Robin, Batman Forever, and I was like, oh crap, you got a whole collection going on of Batman movies. I should have all the Dark Knight figures, and they're kind of expensive. So we will get to Nemesis Star Convoy, the transform. We just moved up Missing Link. Ironhide because
Psycho's like, oh, why don't we get to the fireworks factory?
He lives in the UK, so I understand because he's probably gonna go to bed soon. All right, Azrael Batman is.
There's this thing called Replay, right?
Solid point.
But he wants to react. He wants to react a lot. He wants to react live.
Hey, I gave him. He doesn't get to do this all the time. He's doing G-phone research for me, so he gets this one. That's the rule. Ace says during the stream, I just got the
G-phone.
Greg Rucka Wonder Woman Omnibus and Ghost Rider Epic Volume 2. That is like, it's like opening the door to my heart. That's 2 comics I love and recommend to people. So, bravo.
We're getting So
As-real
I think
Batman is finally getting in the right colors.
Yeah, because it's a repaint, which is a neat because when they did Asbat, they did him in this very like baby blue, all spark blue,
And he was exclusive
colors.
to Walmart. My stores say we don't carry Walmart exclusives, and I was like, "You're Walmart.
Yeah.
What do you mean you don't carry Walmart exclusives?" So I never got them.
I kind of glad. So they could have done a Volt release him, but I kind of glad they just redid him in the colors people wanted him to be and such. And that's good.
Because Mattel only made the second As-real Batman, the more armored look. This is the first one.
Yeah.
And I'm very happy to have a chance to get this. So
yeah, this is a great. Also, he's like honestly one of the best multiverse figures. He has like the best one of the best ranges, honestly.
All right, and then we've got Dead Man Batman, which is Batman wearing a Batman possessed by Dead Man. So his costume looks like Dead Man because that happened in Night Terrors, I think.
Yeah,
I looked it up. I didn't read Night Terrors. Anyways, that one we had seen before. They previously announced him, so it's just
it's just the Hushmole with Dead Man colors and wire cape.
Yep. New 52 Batman's getting the wired cape treatment, which is cool.
I think he's a slight remold of Rebirth because I think
he's got the Rebirth head, but the New 52 body.
No, the head's new because they did a New 52 Batman already with the glider.
So right, yeah. Yeah.
But this is a single pack and a wire cape now. Yeah. Is what this figure is.
And then we've got Dark Knight Returns Batman in the blue with a wired cape for the first time.
This was a collector edition. I'm pretty sure, but they're making a regular figure with
probably because he doesn't come with a whole like street lamp and stuff.
I think he doesn't think that was battle damage. This was just standard, so you want a standard Dark Knight Batman. Here we go. Blue Batman, here we go.
And then we got a very undermade version of Batman, which is Golden Age Batman before the blue cape, after the purple gloves. This is a very weirdly specific point in time. It's also Red Platinum, which will be going up on GameStop like the other Red Platinums have been going up, which I've been loving. Keep that up. Love being able to just order the Red Platinums. But basically, if you guys have the first DC Finest volume for Batman, the Case of the Chemical Syndicate, you will see Batman will start with the purple gloves and the long ears, and then he'll sort of evolve. And so about the time Robin shows up, he's got the black and gray and the short ears, and then a little bit after that, he starts going into the blue and gray. So this is like really cool because nobody ever does this. People only usually do they do black gloves and call it a day.
Purple gloves.
Or purple gloves and call it a day. Yeah. I meant purple gloves.
Yeah, they do purple gloves. Yeah, purple glove of justice.
Yeah, and so this is a really cool look to get for the line. And they had done a blue Golden Age Batman. So Todd's actually done more Golden Age Batman than anybody else has, really.
Yeah, because honestly, this is not a bad thing to be Red Platinum because it's very much a very obscure look for Batman. Really enough, because again, like when people think Golden Age, they think of the purple gloves of justice and such like that.
All right, I just realized I somehow put the wrong link for Shadowhawk, so I will go pull him up manually.
He's on BBT. Isn't he on No, he's not on BBT.
Not yet. That is a good point. Later says it's basically New Adventures Batman in comic style. Yeah, that's where they pulled it from.
You're right. Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good observation. All right, so the next Image Founder Series figure is Shadowhawk. I have the Spawn. The Spawn's fantastic.
Really nice.
Elite Edition. At first, I was like, man, why is McFarlane doing $60 figures in Elite Edition? But now that I've had one, I'm like, oh. Ooh, I kind of like it.
I'm right. This one, I have, again, I told the story before, but I have like kind of child nostalgia for Shadowhawk because I own the old Shockers Toys figure of him. And that thing threw me off because that figure was so like very thin design because I think it's more based on a modern look. This one was very beefy. But like still, like I'm tempted to get him. You know, I never read a single issue. Is that a comic he comes to, or is that like a art? I'm
trying to figure out. It says Shadowhawk Gallery. Let me see.
So it might be like an art print.
7-inch scale who's art gallery book. Yeah, he actually comes with a book.
Okay. That justifies the cost, honestly.
Yeah, alternate head, 6 extra hands, shield, throwing star, arm grapple, arm blade, collectible art card, and a display base that can arrange with future. Yeah, all the display bases I think are supposed to be. I don't think they're interlocking. I think they just all stand on broken concrete.
I think it's like they don't connect, but they kind of line up. Is what I imagine they are.
Yeah.
But so the fact he comes with a full-on like art book, that's honestly justifies the price even more.
I think that's good because
Uh,
I think they were like, "Oh crap, what do we add to him?" Because Spawn's got the
he doesn't
big,
have the cape.
Spawn's got the
Cape.
big cloth wired cape and the necro effects and the hands and the heads and all that, and the chains, the metal chains. That Spawn figure's so good. This one, they needed to put something in there, so I think it's cool they included a book. So
Wasn't Invincible? Did he cross over to Invincible?
he did, yeah. He was part of the Invincible War. Had Spawn and Savage Dragon and Shadowhawk and like
You think?
Witchblade was there too.
Do you think they're gonna make an Invincible figure because as like a one-off to go alongside the rest of the Image
I think
characters
they
and
might.
stuff like that?
I think they might. It's not going to be part of the Image Founders collection, obviously, because Kirkman wasn't a founder. But I feel like they got to.
Because a lot of people don't real. I think some people don't realize is Invincible is technically part of the Image universe because all the other Image characters appear in it, but like it's kind of but people just call it the Invincible verse because it's just he is his own subsection.
It evolved
of
into its
that
own
Image
thing
verse.
over time, yeah.
Yeah, but honestly, because I know we have. I mean, it will be comic. It won't be based on the anime, so it'll be very much comic based. So like if we get there was a Tef Jacket figure. It won't be Zoe. It'll be Zack specifically, like in that this original comic design and such like that.
I could see something like that happening next year when McFarlane doesn't have the DC license anymore.
I mean, the whole reason why they're doing this is going crap with DC.
Yeah.
We need
I think that's what these are. Is kind of like they're soft launching an Image Comics line to stay in the superhero game. So I think it's smart.
Hey Todd, Radiant Black, you think you did the Masseyverse?
Radiant Black figure would be great because we're also doing Hellboy, right? They're tapping into the non-big two stuff, and so I think this.
Hellboy's not even an Image. Hellboy's not even an Image.
Yeah, he's Dark Horse. So
I think they could really, learn from, right?
Yeah.
Learn how to sculpt, frickin' scale, and do your figures correct. That's probably what
I think the thing is that this is the scale they've committed to. There's no going back on it. They made 1,200 DC figures on this side.
No, I'm talking about just making that like all the characters don't like you said. Like, didn't DC have an issue of like characters just didn't line up with each other?
Okay, yeah. The heights, like the individual heights, like some people are too tall, some people are too short. Yeah, no, that actually.
Yeah, no, it's that like they don't like what you were telling me like they were like so focused on like.
Because it was really bad in the first wave when like every figure every figure in the first wave was the exact same height. They fixed it, started going later on, but I was like looking at Mr. Miracle and I'm like, your big Bart is going to be the same height as you, isn't it?
They're very inconsistent with heights. I think it's not there. I don't think scaling is their big priority. They kind of
I don't mean because when I meant scale, I don't mean scale like. Oh, hey,
I had the knee-jerk reaction because everybody's always complaining they're too tall. I'm like, but they're their own line.
I don't. No, I'm not talking about 1/12. I just meant their characters
within the line. Yeah, the scale. I think
McFarlane very much goes by vibes. They don't really go on specifically. They had to beat this height and stuff like that.
That was really his problem. I think that's his only problem because they were all right figures. Okay, I know it's a tangent. They're not as bad as Jazzwares making the wrestling figures. And like going like backwards in articulation at times.
Yeah, because like McFarlane stuff was just continuing to improve with the capes and the face plates and the wigs and all that stuff. So I think that that's a good point. AR says I wonder if they'll do some regular releases or that maybe that's what they do next year is like stripped down versions of some of these figures, right? Like the Elite editions are the first versions out, and then they do like a Spawn that's plastic caped or something. They do a Shadowhawk that's just. I don't know. It's kind of not really. They just strip them down further from this.
They probably removed the stand and the art book, and they gave us some of the hands. But I think they'll keep like the weapons and the extra head and stuff like that.
Well, anyways, let's move forward. Transformers announced new robots that turn into cars that look like cool cars that turn into robots because of the Hot Wheels collab, and they're back.
I love this Hot Wheel collab. I also really hate it took it to the Hot Wheel collab to Hasbro makes them actually more goddamn car robots.
I know, right? We got the El Segundo Coupe, who looks badass, and then the other car. I like that one's red and one's blue, and then the other one is the GT Scorcher.
These guys look great because these are like these guys would be the guys who will get during like the Unicron trilogy, just utter robot cars that aren't the main characters and stuff like that. Again, the fact that it took us into the Hot Wheels car to get some actual goddamn more car robots. It's frustrating, but like I'm all for it.
And also, these are like the best looking car modes we've had in a long time too, because they don't
because
have to
because the
match
problem
100% to a licensed vehicle like the movie toys, and like the movie toys have to go, oh, we have to match licensed vehicle and this robot design from the movie. Whereas these are like, let's take Hot Wheel and turn Hot Wheel into robot.
yeah, because the problem, these are just a big fresh air. Because the problem with Transformers currently is, since we've been getting the same 7 characters, there's no variety in vehicle types. The same box truck, same yellow car,
Yeah.
and all that stuff. So to get some variety of, actual car robots, it's just nice.
They give
nice
me
to
RID
see.
2001 vibes, but they're much easier to transform.
No, definitely. Like,
And
totally.
we're also getting a red twin mill, which I think we forgot to talk about, but it's twin mill and red.
That was announced a while ago.
Yeah.
That was like announced during Toy Fair.
They just weirdly never gave him like a full press rollout. They're just like, yeah, he's there. They've been sticking him in displays, but
Yep.
These are great. All right, I need to check what's on the next.
I just wonder when they're gonna start making some of my other favorite cars.
I mean, any ones you want specifically?
That's the problem. I don't remember what they were called. I just know they were called like the.
I want the car one.
I want the car from my childhood.
Like Ryan.
Which one?
Ryan, I don't know. I don't know what the Hot Wheel is. The last time I played with Hot Wheels was like I was 8. All right.
I would like to see the cars.
Last Hot Wheel I got was given to me by Soundout as a joke.
Yes.
I would like the cars from the cartoons, like Battle Force 5, because those would be rad robots.
That would be
those
super
wacky
cool.
ass cars.
Okay.
Explain to Ryan the joke gif you gave me.
I sent him the wheelchair Hot Wheels car. It's a stunt wheelchair as a Hot Wheels car. And I was like, yep, I'm sending this to Wheels.
My favorite part too was it wasn't even Soundout's idea in the first place.
Nope.
Soundout's just like walking around one day. Soundout's just walking around in the toy aisle and just gets thrown into the cart. His dad just throws like a couple of wheelchairs in there, and he's like, why do you want those? He goes, well, I'm gonna keep those for me. And we're gonna send that one to your friend in the wheelchair. It sounds like, oh, okay. like
by that logic,
I was like, Wheels will take it well.
by that logic, you need to give.
I didn't even know there was a wheelchair.
By that logic, you need to give Wheels Beast Machine Rat Trap one day as a present, as a gift for him.
So Wheels still has legs, unlike Rat Trap.
No, he has foldable legs. Remember the toy?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you can fold the legs out in place of the wheels. That's right. I always leave them in the wheel mode, so I never remember that.
I remember I wanted to get it, but it looked like okay, I'm gonna say this. Even though I was too young to actually know what it is, the way they molded that toy is like a weird hunchback freak, makes him look like a butt plug on wheels.
That's actually a pretty good description, honestly. He is kind of horrifying. He has a jaw gimmick where you move his head and his jaw opens.
They made him so like freakishly big, and then in the show he's just like, "Hey man, I'm from Brooklyn, y'all." Like
is it weird that I kind of like the freak abomination toy designs than the show models, to be honest?
I actually think for Rat Trap it fits into his storyline better because he has a whole inadequacy storyline, and it's like, you don't look that bad, dude. You just got wheel feet. It's like you don't have to run; you can just drive everywhere. And then, but like you look at the toy, it's like, yeah, no, I would be pissed if I looked like that.
Like I actually really like the Viacom toy designs more than I do the show designs. Especially like dress. I like the insect bike.
I won't say for certain, but I have a weird feeling they because those toys exist. I have a weird feeling they were going to try to animate the show with those designs, and they probably got like halfway through like a animatic, and they're like, guys, we need to simplify these. We're gonna die.
They were making a reboot at the same time. They were
doing reboot season 4. The episodes look like Pixar movies. Yeah, they were like, this Beast Machine thing ain't gonna. This is too much time. We can't be doing this.
Essentially Primal. The only one I don't like is the original Toy Primal.
Yeah.
Ugh.
I want the Beast Machines remake where everybody's the toy designs and the toy scales. Where Night Scream's just Titan class.
Titan.
And Silverbolt's just a little bird.
and then there's just an episode where Cheetor becomes giant for some reason.
And then like Obsidian is so small he can just sit on Strika's shoulder.
Yes.
That'd be great. And then in the finale, Cheetor gets an upgrade and he becomes Supreme Cheetor.
Yes, with his creepy ass nutcracker.
It's really funny because I saw it at a toy shop one time, like years and years ago. They had somebody trade in Beast Machine stuff, and they had Supreme Cheetor next to Air Attack Optimus Primal next to Night Scream, and I looked at it and I was like, "Oh my god, they made Supreme Cheetor and Air Attack Primal to be in scale with Night Scream."
I actually really like that Aerotech Primal toy. It was like literally the Buzz Lightyear Transformer practically, and stuff like that. I also love they gave him an actual ass.
Yeah. It's so much fun, but seeing those three toys together, I was like, oh, it's kind of funny that like if we had just gotten like a Cheetor and a Black Arachnia and a Rat Trap and a Silverbolt, we could have, if they'd made them in Supreme class, we would have had an in-scale Beast Machines cast that were more animation accurate.
But they were giant.
They were just gigantic, yeah.
So, you know the weird Twitter thing where it tells you, oh, hey, this person hasn't posted in forever, see how they're doing?
Yeah, that thing unsettles me. I don't like it. I'm like, don't tell me about some random person I followed 10 years ago posting again.
Yeah, I know, right? It was like your buddy Super Ben is back on Twitter. Check what they're doing, and I'm like, if he's back on Twitter, this only means bad things. He's gonna try to sell people Pokemon cards or something.
Yes.
So where's our third party in scale?
Anytime I see Super Ben active, I'm always just like, how's he gonna try to get me involved with something, or how's he gonna say, hey man, I'm still a flight attendant?
You mentioned in scale Beast Machine. Where's our third party in scale Beast Machine Megatron head shift thingy?
Yes.
Okay, Ryan. Every time they're like, oh, we made an add-on kit for that Optimal Optimus. I'm like, where's the fucking head, boys?
Yeah, where's the Megatron head? I still love, my favorite thing is that if you get Grand Maul Megatron, it fits on Fortress Maximus.
You just had to rip those legs off.
Yeah, and if they're on Baldrins, it's easy. I've done it like a couple times. You can just plug it onto a G1 Fort Max. It's great.
That was already, because technically that was already a Tesla 1 toy, isn't it?
It was, because it was supposed to be in a Season 3 Beast Machines wave, but then there was no Season 3 of Beast Machines, so they moved it to RID 2001. Bruticus, Air Attack Primal, Megabolt Megatron, and one other shifted.
I love how our interview...
Was that the Unicorn?
I love how our interview
Battle
about
Unicorn,
Beast Machines makes so much sense now.
Yes.
Hey,
they were only given like 2 13-episode seasons, and were then told, "Yo, we're gonna make more episodes." And like, no, we're out. They literally said, "You brought us in."
They made a finale. They were told it's only going to be 26 episodes. They made a conclusive finale, and then Hasbro was like, "So season 3?" And they're like,
"What?
No."
What? Hey, and that's why they dubbed car robots.
Exactly. Speaking of
evil primes and beasts,
Nemesis Star Convoy not only is existing, we talked about him in the teaser last week, he comes with Energon Shock Blast.
Oh, Hellfire, our Unicron Trilogy boy has arrived. Hellfire, talk about it.
Yes, he's here for this.
But, yeah, okay,
Nemesis Star Convoy, we'll talk about it in a moment. They repainted, what is that? Which Shockwave
Core class Legacy Shockwave into Energon Shock Blast.
Yes. Which is a baller move, and I want to slap Hasbro for not doing it first, because how did you not do that? It just makes so much sense as soon as we see it.
Because that's the thing, this is new. There was never a Nemesis Star Convoy before in fiction. So, aka, this is some crazy Sakamoto craziness he's got including the manga, which I can't wait to see. What crazy ass lore drop he's gonna make, because
I saw a lot of people go, the Shock Blast makes us from a, oh, that'd be cool, to, oh, I think I need it.
Yeah.
Because remember, we have a core class Megatron. We could just build a little core class display of Energon.
Oh my god, I know he's stuck on. They're gonna tie in Black Unicron with this Black Star Star.
This is probably Black Unicron reincarnated.
Yeah, no, like Sakamoto and his love of the Japanese Transformers lore.
Shout out to Kara for explaining the bullet for the gun, which Hasbro never did.
Yeah, I think this is the first ever promo photo of the bullet in the gun.
Yes, this is just a singular promo image that doesn't even have a price, and they've already done a better job at highlighting all the gimmicks of the toy than Hasbro ever did in their promotion of Star Convoy.
Oh yeah, it's Hellfire. When's our 6-shot repaint? It's now.
Yes.
Over Shockwave, the Scorecard Shockwave. It's such bizarre, but like I'm all for. I mean, look, any Unicron I say Energon. The fact we're getting Energon rep, it's in core class. But still, the fact
Energon
we're
got
getting
a
Energon
third rep before Beast Machines got a second.
Yeah, mind you, that's because they need to make. You can't really repaint anybody in Beast Machine colors.
Yeah, I just I was kind of hoping they. I mean, it's funny. I put core class Cheetor with Thrilling 30 Tankor, and that might be like one of the coolest combos of these. These came out like 10 years apart, but they actually really fit well together, like scale wise.
Because Tankor's a giant.
Yeah, like he's really big in the cartoon, and Cheetor's kind of small and wiry. So core class to deluxe class is like perfect. It kind of made me go, we could do Beast Machines, just make everybody cores and deluxes. Like you don't have to go crazy with it.
Are you still like picket signing outside of Hasbro saying Remold, Solus, and
Quintus into Botanica? Yeah, I will be beating. If you do not hear the Botanica drum beating, it means I'm no longer on this earth. I will beat the Botanica. Even when we get Botanica as a remold of Quintus, because I feel like it's so obvious, I will then be beating the drum for Missing Link Botanica, the toy that fits the designs to match with the old Beast Machines toys. And she's like entirely clear plastic, and she looks nothing like the cartoon.
You look nothing like the cartoon did.
Yes, Missing Link Botanica, and she fits perfectly with the rest of the figures that look nothing like the cartoon. It'd be great. All right. In the other world of Takara doing Transformers, welcome back, Dice. I mean, Wild King W. Sorry, I saw this dude, and I just immediately thought of Dice.
Well, when I heard the name Wild King W, I'm like, is this a joke? Because I had to double check. Is that a joke name? Because that's what the current Metal Carbot season's called. And I'm like, wait, is that the real name? No, it is.
Takara may be shameless, guys. It's entirely possible.
But so, what is this? A Takara product that isn't a Prime and a Megatron? What is this?
I mean, first they broke all the rules with Missing Link, Ironhide. Now they're just breaking all their rules. I'm trying to find a picture of this Dice robot. I'm thinking, there it is. That's the one.
Yeah, but it's honestly, but still, like a new guy, and he looks cool. Why you can be doing this since day one, Takara Hasbro?
This dude, as soon as I saw it, it just gave me the vibe of this robot from Dice. Because of the colors, right? The colors, the three modes, right? Robot, animal, vehicle. I was just getting Dice vibes. And I only was just reminded about Dice like a couple weeks ago, so it's kind of fresh on my brain.
Yeah. He looks cool, and first of all, I'm glad Wild's continuing because I don't think Overgear was a good replacement. I never thought Wild King was.
I don't think Overgear's prices were a good replacement for it either.
Yeah, so them getting Wild King to season 2 is great, and the fact they're making a new guy is not like Grimlock. The fact this guy is not Grimlock makes me happy. For example, like that, they could easily made this guy Grimlock, but now it's a new guy. He looks cool.
And he's fully compatible with the whole Wild King combination system that already exists, plus the new guys we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we got new energy beasts. We got new little buddies.
Yeah, so there's all kinds of combination potential, as we would expect. So, let me get to the new guys. Circle back around, come on. That's a bundle set. We don't want the bundle set. All right, yep, there we go. So first up, we got Silvertail, who's an Arctic wolf.
Hi, Cybertron Snarl.
Hi, Cybertron Snarl. Hellfire said, so quick, correction, Ironhide didn't break any rules for Missing Link. People went back and checked, and Takara never explicitly stated they wanted to be one-to-one toy accuracy to joints. That is true. It's just currently of what they had made, that's what they were doing, which is why he feels like he breaks the rules. And also, he breaks the rules because unlike RC, who's using even though she's a brand new toy that has modern engineering tricks in her, she's still based on an old toy that was never produced. Ironhide's just like the first all-new thing they threw into Missing Link. I think that's what I mean by it. They broke the rules. Less so than they broke the explicitly stated rules. I just take it as like, from what we saw, that's what I thought the rules were, and this is breaking those rules. So, clarity. All right. Anyways, what we're talking about? Oh yeah. So, Silvertail can use his silver tail as a weapon in his mouth, like that Pokemon. What was that Pokemon with the wolf?
Yeah, from Sword and Shield. Yeah. Zengar. Yeah, he was really cool. But again, I just get Cybertron Snarl vibes,
especially with the head crest and the gold.
I really like his robot mode head.
Yeah.
Especially they went full mecha with these designs, and that's what I like about it.
Thank you, Pokey folks in the chat for Zacian.
Zaishian, yeah.
Yeah, it's Zacian or Zamazenta.
All right, so that is cool. Next up, we have Energy
Giraffe.
Beast Light Long Flame version. This is the giraffe, but he's now in fire
He's on
mode.
fire. He's on fire. he now has his own burning mode.
This giraffe is on fire. Oh, anything else beyond that? Sorry. All right, Energy Beast Lava Mutiler Grass version. So it's the bull, but he's green now.
He's been eating his veggies.
Yep. And then we have Frost Saber ground version. So it's he's in brown now. He's been hanging out in my neck of the woods, just absorbing the desert. Hey, first Transformer of the modern era, guaranteed never to yellow. It's already there.
Right. No, the TF1, no, the TF1 figures.
Oh no, I think they could yellow more.
Even more.
And then where is the? Oh, here we go. It's got some other stuff. We got Cobalt Wing, who is a Pteranodon. So welcome back.
Yeah,
I love his pterosaur-esque head. Look at that.
He's a repaint also. He's a repaint also because he's from the Wave 1.
That's right, yeah. But I love that he's Pterosaur's toy colors. Not Pterosaur's toy colors, the repainted Pterosaur's toy in the blue. Razor beak?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah. And then what do we... Is that... Oh.
Ankylodon.
Ankylodon, which is named Plant Hammer.
Plant Hammer.
This dude's a badass. He's got an eye patch. Looks like a pirate. There's so many images in this gallery. Then we've got Captain Volca Aqua version, which
he's water.
He reminds me of Beast Megatron from Cybertron, like the colors and stuff.
Yeah.
And no, but not the colors. The sculpt reminds me of Cybertron Beast Megatron, but then the colors remind me of Overkill. The tape guy, the dinosaur tape, yeah. And then we've got Electivice. Electivice
Hippo.
He's a hippo. He's a hippo. There's a hippo transformer. Have we ever had a hippo transformer?
This was new. I don't remember him from the first setup.
No, he's definitely the same mold we've always seen. They just added hippo parts, but yeah.
I don't think we have got a hippo one before.
I don't think we've ever gotten a hippo, period.
Yeah, not even during Beast Wars Neo or 2.
Yeah.
Look at him. I love him.
Beautiful. Look at that guy. If they put these on Hasbro Pulse, I would throw Hasbro money.
I don't know why they don't put the Wild King stuff, because I doubt they're competing with Cyberworld at all for like.
It's funny because Cyberworld was another thing I thought was just going to be a filler line with one wave, but it's getting a season 2 as well, so they're actually honestly complementary to each other.
I just don't think they really should put these in Pulse, because I think Pulse at the very least. I don't think
it's been really like the one thing about the unified brand that's been nice is that you can just order Masterpiece and Missing Link and like Legends and stuff. You can just order them from Pulse and like the domestic retailers, but these you can't, and it sucks.
I don't know why, because
I would buy these.
I don't think it's not like they're competing with Cyberworld. They're their own separate line. Like their own separate line and such like that.
Blade Raider says there's a hippo in the Neo anime in beast mode in the background, but as a toy and a robot, no, this is new. Well, there we go.
Yep, so new hippo character. Yeah, no, I would love to buy, because these guys are pop. Like I hear stories at if you go to TFCon, like apparently the Wild Kings were super big at TFCon, like they're the booth sellers and stuff like that. So
yeah, if I ever went to a Transformers convention and saw these in person, I'd buy a chunk.
They're in demand. Like especially essentially the new what's the new dinosaur guys called again? The new blue guy, the new blue core robot. What's he called? Rexblade.
Yeah.
Rexblade. I'll totally buy Rexblade because Optimus and Megatron are cool, but this guy's like a totally new guy.
I like Dice looking dude.
Yeah,
cool.
Like he's a new guy. He looks super cool.
He's got a ton of plugs
with all the other.
It's funny how it's still funny how you, me, and Dean Wolf are like the only people who vaguely talk about Dice in a fondly manner.
Because I
taught
must
Dark
have
on
missed...
what Dice was like 2 weeks ago.
Because what's weird about me,
he doesn't know because it aired on the same block that like you watched He-Man on?
It was regional.
It's weird. It has to be a regional thing. 'Cause
Really? 'Cause
I
it aired on.
it has. I never. 2004, 2005. That's when I was watching Cartoon Network at that time, but I never caught Dice at all.
Dice
only discovered
never
Dice-
aired on TV here. I only know Dice because of the DVDs and the toy catalogs, and I was on the Bandai website as a child.
I knew Dice because
so
I
this
found
is the funny part. I was
I
always
knew
on
Dice.
the Bandai website too.
Let Ryan
but
finish his
so
part
this is the
first.
funny part.
Yeah.
Let Ryan finish his part first.
Yeah, I only discovered Dice through the video game. Someone in my daycare brought him over, and I just thought it looked cool. And then because I had a feeling it was based on an anime because of the cutscenes and stuff like that, and it's the same anime you did the Battle Network, Mega Man Battle Network anime, and stuff like that. I could tell from the art style, so I knew it was like a. They had the advertisements and stuff like that, but I just never saw as a kid. I just they never aired on my Cartoon Network ever as a kid.
Yeah, it's such a weird little blip in time.
It's just a shame. Everything about it looks so cool. The designs and the toys. Oh, it must flop bad. Sadly.
No, it did because
did.
here's what it was. It would air on the Saturday. It was a part of the Saturday entertainment block, so it would be like with Transformers Armada and Energon and He-Man, and like allegedly, like the Saturday entertainment block was in most people's places, but I'm guessing if you didn't have that block on Saturdays where it aired all the anime, then maybe that's why people didn't.
Because that block was regional,
and like it sucked. And the show sucked ass. The show did.
It did look like another kid's anime.
The toys were the coolest part about it. Yeah, the toys were the coolest part. All right, The Punisher: One Last Kill is premiering tomorrow, and his Marvel Legends figure based on the special is going up tomorrow.
Hey, man, yeah. The last time we saw Frank in Legends, he was so big and buffy, he deflated. What happened?
Yeah, he got the Unrivals beam. The fun part with this is he does come with a screaming head, which I think is something we really needed from a MCU Punisher. So
and everyone's already asking for that to be an emo on the server.
Yes. But yeah, no, it looks good. I think I'll probably end up getting it.
He comes with guns because he's 14 plus.
He is 14 plus. I think we'll get a Punisher for the Spider-Man movie, but maybe we won't. I'm not sure, but maybe we will. Does he have a new look in Brand New Day? Well, in Brand New Day, he's not got a beard. The continuity of the beard's confusing me because usually MCU Frank Castle is like, I'm gonna quit being Punisher, and then he grows a beard, and he's like, I'm gonna be Punisher again, and then he shaves off the beard. But this time he's like, I'm gonna trim the beard. But then in Spider-Man, he doesn't have the beard.
But is it the same outfit as this without the beard? That's the question.
I can't tell from the trailers and stuff because it kind of looks like it's the Born Again outfit.
Because if it's just the Born Again outfit, you could just use the Born Again figure as far as Spider-Man display. As what I'm assuming. I assume it has to be because I always imagine Punisher is in that weird age range problem with Marvel, with Hasbro, not just Marvel.
Like I don't think we're gonna see a Marvel Legends Spider-Man Brand New Day Punisher.
Because I know, because Lego has the reason Punisher's not in the Lego set because Punisher is one of those characters.
I'll also point out the box just says the Punisher. It doesn't actually say the Punisher One Last Kill.
Because it has the word "kill," and that's why I imagine why they. It's one of those awkward. Even though it's 14 plus, it's still probably gonna be in stores with the rest of the kiddie toys.
Yep.
And stuff. So I imagine it has to be a weirdness there.
Blade Raider beard continuity. What are we, TNG nerds? Oh wait.
Is that really a thing?
Yeah. Riker didn't have a beard in season 1 of TNG. So anytime you see a comic or a novel that says Riker doesn't have a beard, then you know it takes place during season 1.
Has anyone done the beard Santa continuity yet?
No, because it's inconsistent. So did he feel like shaving that day? I can't grow a beard. Yeah, so I think this is going to be our new Punisher for the year. And I think the Born Again is just going to sub in for the Spider-Man. I think he has a trench coat in the Spider-Man movie, though. So,
quick, get the old Marvel Legends.
Yeah, combine them.
You need a jerry-rigged to get the big Brand New Day Punisher.
Yep. I will probably get this, though, because I think it looks nice. We don't get enough Punishers, so it's good.
I mean, I'm happy with my one that's been pump by air pump like Alpha Bison.
Yeah. All right. Figure Art Spider-Man from Brand New Day is up for pre-order today. And so we got full gallery pictures for him. He looks very nice.
He's actually accurate with the selection.
Yep. And he's only 7,000 yen, which I think is cool. Interestingly, US release, but no Asia release. There's something going on with Sony in Asia.
Yeah.
Because Gamerverse
Weird.
Spider-Man got pulled from Asia after it was solicited. And
I think it might be like maybe someone else has the toy race of Spider-Man over there in Asia in the Asian territories.
Because I think I'm trying to think of it. Yeah, they pulled Gamerverse Spider-Man, but Scarlet Spider, Miles G. Morales, Spider-Man Noir, Peter B, Gwen, Miles, India, Punk, 2099. They've been releasing them in Asia all this time. So something changed between December 2025 and March 2026 that they can't release Spider-Man stuff in Asia.
Iron Man must be the most cursed character with toy licensing, man.
Yeah.
Now
Also, here's Hulk. Yeah, he's got to be the most cursed.
So, question: Is Hulk only available? Is not available.
Yeah, he's only available in Asia because he's based on Spider-Man Brand New Day.
Yeah, I figure it has to be a Spider-Man. Yeah, but even though he's not Spider-Man character, he's a Spider-Man under Spider-Man branding. Yeah.
I find that the region availability is more interesting than the figures. Iron Man Mark 85 is not in Asia. Wolverine Gamerverse isn't in Asia. So and Cyclops wasn't in Asia apparently. I think Cyclops was also pulled from Asia. Something happened between the solicitation of Scarlet Spider and the solicitation of Wolverine.
So
something's going on in Asia with Marvel licensing.
Because it's weird because I know. Because it's not like, because you think, I know some people go like, Blocky has the current Marvel rights in China. No, there's other toy companies in China.
Hasbro still can put their stuff out in China.
Yeah, so it has to
why
be
can't Bandai?
And yeah, it must be something weird with Bandai specifically, I imagine, and such.
Well, the next licensing thing is not confusing. It's Anakin Skywalker classic version from Revenge of the Sith with a... Actually, that's a Jedi rub that's about accurate. He had a big one in that movie.
Snuggy.
This is going with the Obi-Wan and the Yoda and the Mace Windu, and it's only in Japan and Asia, which makes sense because of Hasbro.
Thanks, Hasbro.
Hey, I saw Blocky's Star Wars Champion class at Walmart, so something's breaking through.
Yeah, I know, right? Those are I want those Galaxy kits to come out, man. Those look great, but those are the fact that the fact that we're getting the Champion kits in Walmart now. So yes, that's
progress.
So cool to see.
I was at Walmart shopping for Grogu merch with my mom. And I got a Zeb. I got the Action-verse Zeb that Hasbro put out, which is their new kids line. And I swear, if they actually make Avengers Doomsday figures that are this good, that might be a really fun line to collect.
Multiverse is fun. I think I know some people are mixing it because a lot of people they're very much power to force buffness, but I think they're fun. I mean, I think the fact
full
they
range
come
of
with
articulation, nice $11 price, actual accessories.
Yeah, I think for me, I don't mind it because they actually come with stuff at the very least and such.
Plus, I like having Star Wars figures in other scales. I got a Zeb in 3 3/4 inch. There'll be a vintage collection one. You know, this is fine. It'll be a Black Series as well. Like we'll get Black Series Zeb and vintage collection Zeb, so it's nice that there's something in between. That's like I like them. I also like that there's Zeb merch. That just makes me happy. I'm a Rebels nerd. We know this. We talked about it last week. All right, and then lastly, SH Figure Arts Ultra Vegeta 1 adult version.
It's Ultra Vegeta 1. don't listen to what the name's saying right now. Don't listen to the propaganda they're telling you right
Vegeta
now.
1. Not Super. See, I mean, we know it's Super Saiyan Blue, and yet they keep trying to tell us it's Super Saiyan God Super Saiyan. It's not. Super Saiyan Blue. It's Ultra Vegeta 1. I will say that unlike the Daima Super Saiyan 4 Goku, where it was like, wow, it doesn't look that much different than the Dragon Stars, this one actually looks more figure-arty, because I think they gave him a metallic paint sheen.
Yeah, it's the Daima Vegeta Bai when you had, but at least they give him some nice metallicness to make him look different. Also, they give him Goku. They give Goku cross-arm accessories. I don't remember ever doing that in the show. I guess he did that like when he was...
think they were really struggling for figure DLC because you get Vegeta cross-arms, which you can use with Vegeta, right? But then they give you Goku cross-arms because why not? That extra yellow piece by the way, is
Yeah,
a...
what's that spike? What is
Okay,
that
so I've been
spike?
looking at that because everybody's like, "What? Why does he just have?" It's his hair. It's his
Is that
hair
stand?
where you can swap out one of the hair pieces in the back, so you can have a stand plug.
Because it's Super Saiyan 3, it's gonna be hard to stand up.
Yeah, so it's so you can put a Tamashi stage on the back of his hair, because if you put it around his waist, he's gonna fall over. So you plug it into the back of his hair instead.
Yeah.
And so you
I
pull
think
the piece
cross-
out and you swap it in. It's basically what it is.
I think the cross-arm Goku is supposed to be based off like when he's waiting for a Vegeta fight to be over so he can fight Goma. I think it's what it's supposed to
That's
represent.
probably it.
So it's just weird to see Goku cross-arm. You never really see him cross-arm like that ever.
So it's pouting Goku.
Yeah, which is rare Goku.
Rare,
I do love
still, yeah.
I do like the smug ass face he comes with in this figure.
It's pretty great. I think it's nice. The Dragon Stars is sitting in my pile of loot. I should have shipped him, but I kind of forgot that he was in there, and I was like, I need him to sell figures. And I didn't really like stop and look back and go, oh, I should have grabbed my Vegeta.
Do you have your crocodile at the very least?
No, he's sitting right next to Vegeta.
Well, I don't think they'll like. I don't think they want to be together.
I don't think they want to be together either. The thing about the crocodile is like I held off on shipping him on my last pile of loot because I was like, well, I don't actually need him yet. I got a space issue going on. I'm trying to solve the space issue before I get all my pile of loot stuff in. And I was like, I don't technically need Crocodile until the Figuarts one comes out, because that's when they'll be in a short together. So
the crocodile figure is nice. The crocodile figure is nice. I have him. He's very nice.
Like whenever I ship the next batch of pile of loot stuff, I'll ship Crocodile. But you know, in my head, I'm like, I don't technically need them until the Figuart comes out.
I just imagine people listening and not knowing anything about One Piece going like, "Sound ship you a crocodile? What the hell is he getting?"
Look, we gotta tell you, this isn't the worst thing we've heard me ship.
No, not like ship me a crocodile. More like sounds delivering ship me a crocodile to his place. What?
I thought we were all shipping the Crocodile with the clown. Or am I not keeping up in the One Piece fandom?
They're shipping him with. They're shipping an actual crocodile with Hellfire.
No. That's our real life thing that might happen. You never know what happens. Hellfire's got a life that scares me.
Airborne crocodile coming down to Hellfire's place.
By the way, if anybody wants TMNT Super 7 figures, go on Big Bad Toy Store. They've got some really cheap prices right now. They are priced to sell.
No, they might have bad QC quality, but at least you're paying half the price.
I mean, it's not even half. We're talking like a fifth of the price.
Nice.
They've got Ray Fillet for $11. You can't even get a Playmates Ray Fillet for $11.
What? Geez, I wonder why. I wonder why.
If anybody wants Wave 5, you can get all of Wave 5 for $44.
And geez, I wonder why Super 7 has a very rough reputation with the toy community.
Yeah. There's also some NECA stuff that's super cheap too. So hey, Big Bad Toys is gonna say I picked up the Triceraton when he was $16.50 on the Super 7 sale.
If you want to army build your NECA Utroms, there you go.
Yeah, now's the time. You guys still need the Power Ranger turtles. $22 for Leo and Donnie.
Pretty much getting one for free.
Mikey and April, $22. It's pretty good. Oh, they got some of the Turtles of Grayskull stuff on sale too.
That's the stream, everybody.
That's the stream. I'm scrolling through a sale for some reason because I've already got too much Ninja Turtles stuff. I don't need more.
The opposite of doom scrolling. It's buy scroll. It's window shopping scroll.
Oh, they have Gorilla for $45. I paid $35 for him on an older sale, and he's amazing. Some people had QC issues with him. Mine was fine. Yeah, every joint was almost too tight.
Yeah, because I see some are like bobbleheads, practically how wobbly they are.
But this one, I love him. He's like my favorite figure. I think that Super 7 ever did. He's just a gigantic gorilla. It's so fun. I love him. Monkey.
Are you gonna make? You need to make a monkey shelf one day, where it's just all your monkey figures on one shelf.
Okay, so funny story because I have a Planet of the Apes Caesar figure from the modern trilogy, and I got him about the same time I got Gorilla, and I just set the two of them on my coffee table, and I was like, oh, Caesar got reinforcements, and now I feel like that's where the display is gonna go now.
Yeah, the literal Planet of the Apes. You need to make actual literal Planet of the Apes shelf. Also, as Blade Runner mentioned, speaking of TNT, out of nowhere this week, the remastered Rocksteady got released. Gotta buy a raft repaint, but hey, the line, yeah, somehow the remastered Rocksteady lives, but I'm pretty sure Bebop's dead. Pretty sure Bebop's like
Hey, you
coming
never
out,
know
so.
now. They might just randomly throw them out in a 2-pack.
Yeah, true. Yeah. Anyway, so if you wonder where Couch was, he was busy today. But you want to see him? He streams Tuesdays over at
Except
at
not
Fire.
this week. He's off this week, but next week at
Okay,
Tuesdays.
next week. Yeah, next week on Tuesday. You can so check out his. I'm pretty sure he can be available Friday, right? Friday and Saturday.
I think Saturday's happening, but I think he's taking off Tuesday and Friday this week because he's got stuff.
Oh yeah,
And he's also he finished Persona 5 last week.
Finally, he did it.
He did it. It's
did it.
done, and so he's ready. He's going to be going back to City of the Wolves starting next week. So
you need to see the Chun and Mai interactions.
exactly.
Anyways, you can check him out. Yeah, you can check him out at twitch.tv at FireCounts. Wheels, Wheels. Check out hero-club.com for our awesome website. We do news coverage like comics and Toku and all that other stuff.
Mostly comics.
And you can, and you can follow me at Dark Horse for Tree on YouTube and Blue Sky. I do our commercials like you see this very channel. You want any, feel free to DM me near Blue Sky or to Discord to Soundout Discord. Link in the description below.
And this week will be the Star Wars viewing guide on Friday because I want to give everybody a week lead time if they want to catch up before Mando and Grogu. And then there's a video on Wednesday where I got a giant scratch from it. So enjoy my bloodshed. It didn't actually bleed. It's just a scratch, and I didn't notice it till after the video, so I didn't have a dramatic reaction.
Was the packaging scratching you, or was it the figure scratching you?
Packaging.
Yeah.
A lot of cardboard and plastic in Wednesday's video. You guys should have fun with it.
I get hurt. I get hurt more from cardboard nowadays than I do actual knives.
Same. I never stab myself with my own knife, but I scratch myself with the cardboard all the time. So enjoy Wednesday's video, guys. It's a little bit different, but it's a toy video for all of you out there. It's about DC Multiverse. It's fun. You'll like it.
Hurts himself with knives. Soundout hurts himself with knives.
I'm into the sky like the Gundam Unicorn opening. Anyways, we'll see you guys next week. I don't know what next week will bring besides a Mortal Kombat 2 review and a Gundam Hathaway 2 review. It's going to be a double 2 review next week. That'll be fun. So, see you guys then.